That's different than Luke Cage, Mark.
Sorry.
This is a
Getting old.
technology here.
No.
Which Cage?
Isn't Johnny Cage the Mortal Kombat guy?
Yeah.
Is that who I confused
This
things
is
with?
colder than it would be.
Isn't that the
if
black
it's-
guy?
That looks like a high-tech
It is.
cozy or something.
It is.
Yeah, it's hers. She's letting me use it. I'm actually the inaugural user of this.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know
I
if
just
these are
got it in the mail yesterday.
No one?
cookie sauce.
Did you follow the instructions?
Let me look at them.
You may inspect.
Oh man, there's cookies on the way.
Sean, never,
It's Christmas
especially
time.
with that wolf, never forget you have Frankenstein's monster. Always
Yeah.
at the ready.
Bulbous, that does happen. The,
12 minutes.
oh, it should probably be fine.
They smell almost done, but I'd give them another
You also
minute.
have Werewolf by Night,
That's a real thing.
The Living Mummy. You literally have, well, technically Man-Thing, but he's kind
And
of
I
like a
one, like,
monster.
a little more.
Frankenstein monsters, his pants fit pretty tight, don't they?
He
There's some,
likes to show off
some-
dead ass.
there's some definition there.
When you have definition like that.
Oh, we are live, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
hey,
okay.
hi.
I have no objections.
Which one of these is the man thing?
Oh, this
Man thing.
This guy. He looks like Swamp
It looks like
Thing-ish.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, that too. He's a real creep. He's a real creep.
Mang, are you gonna like do an arts and crafts project with all these?
Are you gonna make a fort out of all these
The
boxes?
box.
We
Most
could,
of them are getting wrapped.
we could paint them.
Most
and
of
make a
them gonna
castle
get
fort for the
given.
cats.
They are containers. Getting wrapped for Christmas Day.
Oh.
You're gonna wrap all of those?
Pretty soon.
All right, but what about this big
Well, I'd help.
mysterious thing?
Is there a big portrait under
It's a
there?
gift.
Today.
It's hard acrylic.
Oh, okay. It's not like a portrait of Normal or anything? No, okay.
That would be great.
That'd be a great reveal.
They're ready, Ming. A little bulb is okay.
You can take.
Because then they...
It says a little bulb is okay.
Yep, it is.
You would know.
Whoa! My mom made these
Whoa.
all the time.
Just let them sit on the pan. What does the package say for how long?
10 to 12.
Oh.
So you got your character there 2 times. Well, technically the underneath one's your level 3. We're not there yet. Here you go, Adam.
Did you play Final Fight with your parents before the movie?
No.
Okay.
And
How
then
was your chicken
If I wanted to
pot
play Final
pie?
Fight with my parents, I'd just say Trump sucks.
That would be the Final Fight.
that would be real life.
Are we beginning?
How was your pot pie?
When I was young.
Yeah, we can begin.
Or
What happened to my...
it's there. The monsters are covering it up. Oh, and I'll take this.
The religion thing? Yep. Alright. I'll keep this here. I'll take these 2 blue guards. Everyone else can be outside of the screen for now.
They're hidden.
Yep.
I must see.
Oh yeah,
I
geez.
feel awfully...
Exposed?
No, like kind of like crowded. Like the
think
DM's
it's-
not being
I think
allocated.
it's- Well, I
to
think
the
Adam, when he
space.
brought everything back,
It all kind
put
of shifted
everything right
that direction. Yeah, I think
Let me know.
well,
if you're
all
good.
these.
So I don't clear the
That's-
whole table for my
Yeah,
parents.
that's good.
That's good. That's good.
That's.
That's a massive improvement. Thank you.
So, Athena and Thomas, do you know what your level 1 thing gave you?
Or oh, they're tier 1. Yeah.
You get a +2 to nature and endurance.
Is that on my sheet?
It will
No,
not be
it will
reflected
never
on your
be
sheet.
on your sheet.
I get
Right.
I get +3 initiative.
And a +1 to reflex. See?
Why
did you ask me? Was this a
quiz?
Yes.
wasn't.
No, it was to make sure if you didn't know, so I could tell you. I could help.
Sounds like a quiz.
Thomas feels like he's under the. You're the.
Jake, did you ever beat Fire Emblem 3?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
good
did
job.
It
the
took
Golden
him
Deer.
forever.
Yep, that's what
Took
Athena
me
played as.
Quite a while. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't wait to come back. It's just too much right now.
Yep.
But I
We were
did
both-
on hard.
We were both midway through our second playthrough, and maybe not midway, but a good chunk in, and then WoW Classic came out.
Took away
Oh,
all
my
of their.
magic boots. What did they
Yeah, I thought it was great.
It
I
says
enjoyed
it
it a
in
lot.
the thing.
I don't know why it's
Looks like they unballed.
Yeah. They deflated.
yeah, cookies will do that. Oh, +2 bonus to stealth
Should I
checks.
ignore yours?
And then what was
No.
my tier 1
That
thing?
deft hands thing. +2 to nature and endurance.
Ooh.
The first part I can remember.
You might want to write it down.
The second part,
You might want to write it
yeah,
down.
geez, I'm confused.
Write it down. I assume Adam knows his.
I know some stuff.
You may substitute insight for religion and gain a +1 to diplomacy and +1 to insight. I have to see what mine is. I don't know what mine is. Oh, of course it is.
Okay. So last session, you were ordered to head north to investigate the threat to Gabar because messenger had come from there. He died shortly after delivering the message. You were each given a task by a town elder. You made it to Gabar, found the town to be mostly in ruins, encountered a powerful fire mage who seemed to openly be some sort of herald or agent for Zoopnul, but whatever force laid waste to the town perhaps was already gone by the time you made it there. You dealt with the man, killing him. Artemis was incapacitated. You spotted what was most likely, according to your own conversation, a refugee ship or some sort of transport ship heading south. Yeah, I think that's about where we left off.
Adam is unconscious.
Yes. He is stable
Yes.
at 0.
Correct.
Yes. There goes
So
Kenny.
we're just hanging around.
Just lost weight.
Yeah, everyone's noticing that.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah,
Adam's
mostly.
We are at camp with Gulp.
Yes.
Correct.
I don't think he has the snow globe anymore. Someone confiscated it from him.
Probably.
Or no, I think you purchased it from him.
Yeah, we
purchase
Yeah,
it.
okay, yeah.
Assume I haven't.
Okay, yep. So, what did you find in town?
Who's he talking to?
The group.
Yeah, it wasn't us. We weren't there.
Artemis is unable to speak at this time.
I will.
Who carried me? Who dragged my corpse?
Did I?
I think I'm still in town.
I remember we were in the streets. Cut off the guy's hands.
Yep.
Where are we right now?
Back, you were gonna come back to camp, to us.
How far away is camp? Is that outside town?
It takes you like half an hour to get to camp.
Alright, so we're not far. So there was some kind of sorcerer. He can make images, copies of himself.
Oh.
Wow. What power?
Yes.
What'd you do with him?
Disposed of him.
That's good. I think you made the world a safer place. Well, we better get back to Autumndale. Warn them that the threat is real. They'll probably come for us next.
Yeah, we're still not sure what happened here. I don't know if that guy was responsible for all this.
What happened to him? He points at Artemis.
He
Took a beating.
Yep.
Oh. Well, he can rest on the wagon if you'd like to leave immediately.
Was there more that you wanted to accomplish? Did you defeat what we were supposed to do here? Do you believe you did? I will heal Adam.
Okay.
What
with
were we supposed to find out?
Ardent.
Well, we were just
Surge, I
looking
think.
for.
So Adam, technically, I mean, you can probably short rest too and get more.
So did we
but
not really search the town?
you'll get.
You did a cursory
Young search plus
like
5.
search, but there really wasn't much
Are
there. It
back
was mostly
to
ruined
awake.
structures. Everyone
Oh,
was
yeah.
gone.
So we're not supposed to find out what happened here. We're just reporting.
Basically, they wanted you to see what was the situation
Okay.
in town, and you definitely have established the situation.
Okay.
I live.
You do. Yes.
Well, then I guess we've done what we need to do.
Have we?
I don't know.
Gulk seems to think so.
Fucking gold. We must cast him into the mountains.
Unless is that refugee ship still in sight? Is there?
No.
Are you still?
no.
Are you conscious yet?
Apparently, I think I'm awake.
Yeah, I
Oh,
woke
you are
up.
awake. So you're not.
He
You're
awoke.
not vegetation state.
No, not a vegetable.
I mean, if we can see that ship, if there's any way we can somehow like talk to any of them or reach them. Otherwise, I don't know.
Well,
Wait a minute. What was our task?
To see what happened here.
To
We
assess
did
the
not
situation.
uncover that.
Oh, we can report.
all we know
state
is the
of
fire
things.
wizard, the fire mage, clearly was up to no good. And
Oh,
people are
I've
gone,
got this
right?
from last session. Your orders are to head north to Gabar
Mm-hmm.
and investigate the threat to the town. Is there truth to the messenger's words that they are under attack?
I suppose.
And there's
They are
no
under
people
attack.
really left.
They
that we
were
found,
under
right?
attack.
And they
Yeah.
were attacked.
We
so-
just don't have really any information about the attackers.
right.
So
Because we don't even know if the fire mage actually was the one attacking. He was just in the middle of the city, or
Yeah.
Could
in
have
the.
been just some guy who moved in.
I guess.
Yeah.
Or
the
he could have
question
been attacked.
is,
He could have been attacked.
We were told of orcs, correct? Did we see orcs? Didn't the messenger say orcs were here?
he did say that.
So there were no.
We could look for
orcs
traces of orc.
seen.
Well, he might have said that he was worried about orcs
Could.
because they've been attacked by orcs in the past.
Okay. Okay.
I guess the question is, do we know that this threat's going to continue south?
Which that would be a danger to our home, the place we've called home.
If we could figure that out, would it be better to return home quickly to set up defenses, or to find out more about the threat?
Well, the ship was sailing south with the what we assumed were refugees.
I don't know if we can catch up to them though.
No. Well, it was a
'Cause you
10-day
you
trip
ci-
for
you
us.
cited that before you went into town and had the battle.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and the ship's moving on. Why?
Right. They
Like
don't have
it-
to stop for anything. They just
Right.
keep chugging along. Yeah.
I think we should investigate the town a little further.
I do. I agree.
Maybe find some evidence, or maybe someone penned a journal or something. Who knows
Well,
what?
Or someone that still lives that could
Yeah.
give us answers.
Yeah, maybe someone's hiding out.
So, yeah, I agree. Now that I guess we tell Gulk it's up to him on what he wants to do. If he'd like to join us, just to stay safe. If he,
I
doubt
go
he-
where you go.
All right. that
There's
sounds
no way I'm going out on my own with these uncertain things going on around here.
good. All right.
Then you're
But
going into the town.
I would prefer that we set out at least by the end of the day for back home. I mean,
What time
Can't-
is it now?
we can't leave them in the dark. Well, you guys camped and came. Well, I mean, you had many camps
Yeah,
on your
yeah.
way there, but you basically came to the town by about midday, so it's
Okay.
it's like afternoon right
Okay.
now,
Okay. So it gives us a couple hours before we start
before sundown.
sundown.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'd say we do that.
Okay. You go back to the scene of the carnage.
Yeah.
Yep. The handless corpse of the sorcerer is still there.
Oof. Were his hands?
Thomas cut off one hand after he was brought to unconsciousness. It might have been Thomas. I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh, it was Tom.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought he cut off both hands.
That was my
I
intention.
thought
Oh,
they had,
okay.
I thought
Yeah,
they
he
had
cut off-
manacles on, and you cut both through
Yes.
both of them.
He
Yeah,
cut off
I-
his.
I enjoyed the phrase where he said, "Mert put manacles on my sheet," and I did.
Yeah, and
I
then
was
I
like-
put him on him,
Yeah.
and then I cut him
And
off.
then you cut him off.
Just to send a message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On hindsight.
So you see his
2020.
dead body.
Okay.
You guys are gonna do an investigation, huh?
Yeah, I think that's why. I mean, I don't know how big a city this is, like comparatively where we came from in Autumn.
Would history be of any use at a time like this?
Yeah. Would history be?
Well,
of any use?
here's. I'm not willing to grant you just a history roll unless you give me a little bit more. Like, think of it from your character's perspective. Like, why would he think history could be helpful here? What is he
Maybe,
thinking about?
Like if there's any kind of like warring history with this town with anything else, or like threats nearby, or there have been attacks in the past like this.
Sure. If you find a quiet place to kind of sit down for a little bit and spend like half an hour, I'll let you take a history skill check.
I'll ponder while the others look.
Alright, you see Hugh kind of slink off.
Okay.
So I'll grant you that roll soon, Hugh, but we'll see what everybody else decides to do.
I'd like to use. No, Streetwise is more. Streetwise has always been a difficult one in 4E.
No.
Is it like finding your way around streets?
That's part of it.
Okay.
It can be dealings with like the underworld
That's
too.
what I thought.
Like, I mean, thievery is for like direct pickpocketing and
Right.
stuff, but yeah, Streetwise is a lot of like
I'd like.
active urban
I'd like
situations.
to, while especially with him off, I'd like to try to use a Streetwise to like examine homes to see if it looks like doors are open, closed. You know, as I'm walking. I mean, it's a perception thing, but I'm trying to pay attention. I mean, I could do that too, but
Okay.
I'm trying to more walk along and see if I think anybody would, if there was any sign of anybody like having, you know, like if I notice a theme of lots of doors left open in a rush that they ran out of here.
Okay. Give me your Streetwise
Okay.
roll.
You had to roll that last one, and 8.
Okay. You wander around town for a
Yeah.
while.
You're in the ocean now.
Your swim
Streets look
bar,
good!
your
Go
swim
check
bar
the
just
water.
hit empty.
Yeah.
Well, you get kind of a haunted feeling walking around just the desolation of the
Okay.
streets, but you're confident of you know your way around
Sure.
the layout of these ruins a bit better if you had to like maneuver in more of a hurry or in
Okay.
another combat situation. So,
Alright.
all right.
I would like to estimate the size of the attacking force.
Okay. I'll grant that as an insight roll.
Excellent. That's what I do. $28.
That's quite good. Okay. You do some like cinematic numbers in
Mhm.
front of you.
Flashing.
Yeah. The population of Gabar is smaller than Autumndale. So you'd estimate they might have at most maybe 4 to 6 active guards, and then should a militia been rallied during the attack, they probably could have gotten maybe 50 people in fighting shape, and they were clearly overwhelmed here. There's little to suggest that any successful defense was mounted. Now, orcs are known to be more combat proficient than your average town person.
Right.
So, you would estimate at least a group of 24 orcs, if it were in fact orcs. But the number can only go up from that estimate as far as you're concerned. It could have been many dozens, even 100 or more, but
Did the deepness, the depth of the footprints signify a heavier individuals, armored individuals?
that could be discerned by a nature roll.
Okay. I'll add a D8
Okay.
with my memories. Nice.
That was big.
That's 21.
All right. the footprints. You didn't have a benefit of like a recent rainfall for mud impressions, but from what you can observe, these were definitely made by at least medium creatures, likely wearing armor. So nothing rules out orcs. It could have been, like men or bandits, but it definitely doesn't discredit the orc theory.
It wasn't done purely by a bunch of mages, for
That
example.
that is true. You know that the mage didn't come in and solo everything. There was another party involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think most prudently we'd want to see where these footprints went.
Okay. Sounds like a good thing for our ranger to do.
If they went any direction other than back north, I think we have some concern.
I agree.
Does it look like it was looted? Does the
The
city?
homes
Does
and
the
the
city? In
Oh
general-
yeah.
It's
There's-
ruins.
Oh, yeah.
There's like hardly anything in the
Yeah.
way of material goods left. I mean, you could, if you want to spend like hours, you could go pouring through like the ashes and broken.
So
like,
it definitely feels
piles
like
of wood
whatever
and
was here raised this city.
oh yeah,
Like,
they meant to destroy
yeah.
it. That's that much is clear. Yeah.
Alright. Well then, yeah, I think tracking, like you said, at least for Autumndale's sake, if we see that they went south as well.
Yeah. You have to haul ass.
Yep. Okay.
Thomas, while they're doing all of this, you've had enough time to mull things over. Let me see your history roll. That history roll.
19.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, being a resident of Autumndale, you've heard every so often about Gabar and the surrounding region. I believe your character is literate as well.
Yep.
Okay, so it's pretty much had its reputation as a sleepy port town. You can confirm that being on the edge of the wilderness in this corner of the world, it has had to deal with various raids at times. At no point in the recent history, so at least for a few centuries, has there ever been a complete destruction of the town. They've always been smaller scale threats. So you're kind of left with the haunting feeling that you're on the cusp of some larger threat that's about to kind of attack across perhaps a larger area. Autumndale is larger and it is far to the south, but you can't shake that feeling of unease as you kind of think about the history and what force it would have been necessary to take this place out.
Okay.
So you're, yeah. Merrick looks a little uneasy. Or no, is that your name?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Hugo was what you said before, which is his name. And
Yeah, okay.
He's not turning like gray skinned or anything, though.
Merrick?
Right.
No, he's not.
Oh, good. Yeah, and I know about him. I know about him.
all right.
Alright, so, Ardith, was there something you wish to do?
So there's footprints.
You saw Artemis spend a great deal of time examining boot impressions near the town.
I would go to him and
Okay.
see if I could help. Follow where the footprints lead.
Okay. Do you share your current observations thus far, Artemis?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
I know there's that path that leads down the bluff to the beach.
Yep. Okay. Let's get a nature roll from Ardith Bay.
Don't mess it
Yeah,
up.
just straight up
This
nature.
is important.
24.
Alright. There are footprints that do lead to the beach, but thanks to Artemis's investigation, you're able to discern these as being inconsistent with some of the larger impressions. So this looks like it might have been some sort of fleeing or evacuation prior or during the attack. So it did not look like they went down to the beach.
The big ones didn't go down to the beach?
Correct. Yep.
The orc prince?
Perhaps. So you can definitely trace them going north, but it all depends how long you're willing to follow them.
So we see footprints coming in from the north
And coming out
and
from
going back.
Yeah.
And the non-large scary prince. We're heading towards the beach.
Yep.
Presumably
Well,
towards the boat.
refugees.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fleeing.
See, even if they turned around, I get the feeling they won't stop at Kabar.
No. We don't know their motive.
Is Gabar known for anything?
No, not much. It's just a smaller town.
And maybe the one person we could have asked all we
Died.
have are his hands.
Yeah, he lost his hands somehow. I wasn't around for that. It's obviously more than just orc raiding parties.
Yeah, for sure. You
Well-
need more coordination
Yeah.
to do what they did here.
We either be big damn heroes, charge in and defeat Sauron, or we go back and reinforce our home.
I imagine the council would appreciate
Yeah.
that.
And
But
who knows how long Gulk really wants to follow us.
We don't really give a shit about him.
I imagine with seeing
Put him in a
this,
snow globe
he
for a
likely
Get him in a little
Cool
trouble.
off.
remember the thing you sold me? It will be your doom.
He sold it to you at like your great insistence. Like you guys really wanted it. Like so don't act like he pressed it upon you. Yeah.
No, that was not Gulk this time.
No.
For sure.
Okay.
I mean, we are strong. Clearly, what we've dealt with, but
Stronger than this whole town.
I don't know.
How far away is our town?
8 to 10 days.
Oh my god.
Trip.
I think it only took you.
We went pretty
Oh, yeah,
fast.
I think it took you about a week to get here.
No.
No, maybe 7
Because
days.
we were at breakneck speed.
Yeah, you were
Right.
going fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
We might not be breakneck speed on the way back.
Likely.
And if the attacking party is like a day or so behind us,
Right.
that doesn't give us much time to prepare if it comes down to that.
If they're coming straight to us.
Right, we just don't know.
Should we investigate more to the north? Follow where their tracks lead?
It's dangerous. I mean, what if we all get captured? They go south to our town and no one has told them anything.
We should at least somehow get a message to them.
Send Gulk.
Send Gulk.
We could send Gold,
But he also has the wagon.
but he's defenseless.
Yeah. He encounters a dire rat. You'll see his small body by the wagon.
Did they get the message?
Yeah.
My dog.
And I don't know. Was one of you specifically entrusted with his well-being?
Yeah.
Yeah,
To get technically to get to here, I
Yeah.
think.
we could. Yeah,
To
we
get to
could-
Gabar,
Yeah.
but yes, well, he assumed he was going to be
He
trading.
sees
with
you as
Gabar.
like a big brother
Yeah, I
already.
know,
You can't.
Is there anyone who didn't complete their mission for
That's
the
what I was
others?
going to ask.
Yes.
I
He-
completed
I haven't completed mine yet.
Did you tell us what it was?
Yeah, it was. I had to go to a cave to pick up look for a gem.
It was, I think, towards the ocean. If I remember.
People who completed their task go back to town to get their reward, while the
Yes.
others move on.
Oh, then we're
Well,
separated.
mine isn't
for-
complete till I get back to town with Gulk alive.
Exactly. So
Mine's
you
sort of
come with-
open-ended.
Yeah.
What
Were
was
you-
yours?
Experiment more with the control rod.
Oh, okay.
You haven't done that at all.
You were
Well,
also
I did a
tasked
little bit.
with leading the party as well.
Right.
So if you bring them all back with news of the report, I'm
Right,
sure
so you
Thaydon will
can't
be
split us up.
Thaydon
Well,
will be
we
pleased.
could quickly help him.
You don't know quickly. You don't know how long.
Well, no, but more eyes are better than one.
But is it better for us to be looking for this right now?
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't seem very prudent.
No.
No.
I mean, I'm walking around with like a dead wolf head. Just
Yeah.
kind of nasty.
I think we all return,
Okay.
drop off gold, inform the council to prepare. and then we can move back this way, see if we intercept any attacking parties.
And deal with both of your, because really, experimenting is probably water
You
required.
didn't do yours, did you?
This was
I
just
just
to
had to drink that potion.
What happened?
He hurt himself, but got like a damage boost or something like that.
Yeah,
Mine was like the most out of the way.
Yeah.
What was it?
Mine's the most
Yeah.
out of the way.
Yeah,
the
the other-
wolf was on the way.
The other two we just came. They just came up.
Yeah.
I mean, do you
Same
know
with yours.
where this cave is?
It was right.
I thought we did locate it.
Yeah, I think we did locate it, or I think he was given like a map that it was close to the town.
He was not. Are you talking about Baron Dooky's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was not given.
Cave.
I think just general location.
Yeah, he was not given a map of it, but he
Oh.
was told roughly where it was.
Yeah.
So we don't even exactly know where it is.
Which now, with what we've discovered here, makes it.
Or less imperative that I find a gem.
I wonder
But
if
yeah.
I left it at home somewhere.
What did you
The
leave?
Adventurer's Vault.
Huh?
You might have to wait a little bit longer. See if I see something here.
Yeah, I think we return,
Okay.
and then on our way back north, we can handle that.
So it's your intention to return back to the town and do haste?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know about breakneck.
Post haste.
Okay.
Slightly less than breakneck.
Yeah.
So this is the will of the party.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's
Okay.
right.
You guys are back in Autumndale.
Whoa!
Oh.
You unlocked fast travel back because
Nice.
you had
Been there already. and
yeah,
knew the
major
exact
Elder
path.
Scrolls style. Yep. Okay. Actually, that's only Elder Scrolls like pre. Well, no, actually, it's weird because in Oblivion you can fast travel like anywhere right away, but in Skyrim,
Well, any town.
right?
You
But in
don't
Skyrim you can't fast travel there until you.
You have to
get
visit it.
right.
Or take a
carriage. Yep. Okay.
You have to talk to Bjorlum, the Wagoneer at Whiterun.
Okay.
Thomas is like, I don't know.
Thomas has played Skyrim.
I
seen
know.
him play
Well, so
Skyrim.
have I. But
You've seen me play Skyrim?
no, I played Skyrim. But I know. I mean, I
Even
know
you?
it, right?
Even you have played Skyrim.
Even I have played Skyrim. It has
Okay.
been many years.
Can't even imagine going many years.
No. Many months is about as far as you'll go without playing it.
I just need to think of a new character. I've
Okay.
already done one.
There's Adam's
Every kind of
shopping
character,
list
yeah.
that I don't want to look.
He's got a lot of stuff on there for you.
He says there's 3 consoles
Just
in
for
those
you.
boxes.
Yeah, just for Mern. He needs a couple Xbox One.
Yeah, I need a couple more.
Okay. It takes you the same amount of time to get back.
Breakneck.
Your rations are starting to get low, but you'll be able to restock. So again, we won't be making any notation of that so far. You'd have to go on a truly epic journey for me to start caring about that in D&D. We'll say, for convenience, that you guys arrive right around midday. That's my preferred arrival time when it's not of crucial importance. The council hears upon your return, and you're immediately summoned to their chambers. They're all assembled, and Theodon says, "Thank the gods that you have returned safely. Please, give us your full report. What was transpired in Gabar? We see that none have returned with you, save for Golk."
Well, the city's in ruins. It was attacked by an armored hostile force consisting of some sort of fire-wielding magic users and some other foes, but by the time we arrived there were only a few, I guess really only one
There's one and then kind of like
duplicates or
Yeah.
something, of the magic users. Unfortunately, we did not have the opportunity to interrogate him.
Bacchus says, "In deadly battle, you do not always have an opportunity to take prisoners.
That's true.
Okay.
We spotted a ship filled with seemingly refugees from Gabar fleeing to the south. And it seems that the hostile force returned back to the north. But we thought that it was prudent to return here and inform you rather than follow.
Gaspar says, "So you slayed this fire wizard."
We did.
Good. That was well done. And you did not encounter this force yourselves. You only surmised it from your observations.
That's correct.
They murmur amongst themselves. Basically, they are convinced that some action will need to be taken. Sending out the party on some mission requests will be central to that, but they need time to discuss. So they're going to reconvene tomorrow with another convocation. But they would like for you to rest and enjoy being back home for a short time before you will most likely need to get moving again. Thadon presents a purse that they put together from some of the town's savings and tax revenues, since they had no other suitable payment for this mission of great import that you've completed, and they hand it to Artemis as the party leader. So, this is a time for the emptying of the treasuries. We will need to put this gold to work, we're afraid. And you will be the best ones to do so. Whether you spend it to improve your own equipment, for traveling costs, whatever you see fit, you've proven yourselves to be capable adjudicators of your talents and wealth.
I might suggest that defenses be prepared for the town. It's certainly possible the hostile force is only a day behind us.
We will decide on all this upon the morrow.
Might be too late.
Alright. You're given a coin purse, Artemis. It's got 500 gold pieces in there. You can tell for the council, they feel this is a generous sum that they've given you. Okay. Gaspar mentions that he will start spreading the word that you'll perhaps be recruiting something of a militia. Was that your intention? Or organizing any able-bodied numbers?
I think at least everyone in town should be aware.
Okay, yes, certainly. That will be done today as well. Okay, so they asked for a recess, and then they will invite you back tomorrow. However, I'm going to have a few private meetings quick. At the conclusion of the meeting, Bacchus tracks down Ardith Bay. He clasps a hand on her shoulder and asks, what of the beast of your quarry that I sent you to find?
Greyfang has been slain, but I found that he had been dead long before we got to him.
A necromancer, perhaps?
He had grown twice the size of a normal wolf. There were spikes coming out of his back, spurting out of his spinal cord. Very fell, nasty odor, and the fur looked as though it had been repeatedly patched on in places while the flesh was decaying. I have a sample of the fur and the fang and some of the black blood within for further
I will accept
research.
these all as proof of the deed, and he asks for you to hand them over. Okay.
We'll say that once Greyfang was killed, the rest of the pack scattered and appeared to have been under some kind of
Good.
obligation to it.
You did not needlessly cull the pack.
No.
Well done, Ardith Bay. You know, there was some armor that came in from Stanton the other day. I should have it modified and refitted for your use. Come see me again in 4 days.
You are most generous, thank you.
Yes. Or, if you are unable, I will have it ready for you in 4 days, I hope. Okay. Lilith the dwarf.
Mm.
So you brought my brother back safely.
Yeah, there wasn't much stuff to barter with in that town, unfortunately.
He get into any mischief?
He had an interesting object that made for a moment's unquietness, but
Was he ever in any danger? Did you run into anything apart from your
when
report?
the wolves, he stayed with with Artemis. I think he was mostly safe.
All right. Well, you won't mind keeping an eye on him for me if he continues accompanying you.
Sure, I could do that.
All right. Well, I'll see to it that you're properly protected as well.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to commission a little something for you, dwarven make, but proper sized for you, of course.
Of course, I appreciate that.
Yes. Give me some time, and I'll let you know when it is ready.
Okay.
Okay. Gaspar approaches Merrick. So, that little elixir I entrusted you with, how did that treat you?
Well, it did seem to boost my combat ability, but at a price.
Okay. Thomas, out of game, do you remember specifically what we had talked about? Or do your best to recollect? Because he does want information from you about your observations.
My best guess was that you make an extra attack, but on a hit, I would take damage at the end of the round.
Okay. That's mostly right, so I'm going to give you credit for completing this. Yeah. So, if you imbue a potion, you're granted 1 extra basic melee attack each round, but you were taking ongoing 5 damage every round in addition to that.
Even if you didn't hit?
Yes.
Just if you
taking the potion itself. So, burned a little bit on the way down, huh?
Yes.
Well, tell you what. I think from what you've told me, I'll be able to refine the batch. The effect might not be as potent, but I think it'll do away with any pain to yourself. So, give me a few days, and I think I'll have a new batch for you. Multiple use this time, maybe half a dozen.
No. Excellent.
Okay. Danton the gnome, who does not shy away from the exotic creature that you are, Baranduki. I forget the name of your race.
Kenku.
The Kenku.
Yeah.
I was going to say Tengu.
Well, my friend, did you have any luck?
I did not. I did not have even the chance to search for the cave.
Yes. I understand that certain things must take priority.
With breakneck pace, we made our way to Gabar. Countered wolves, had a couple mishaps along the way, and once we got into Gabar, seeing the commotion, what had gone on, what had transpired, we thought it was of utmost importance to come back, talk to the council, alert, I heard your reports. I was there at the meeting, so what you say, I cannot argue against. If you are able to track down those crystals, I will be able to assist in providing magical devices and items for you. So keep an eye out. I don't know of any other locations at this time where they may be found, but who knows where your adventures may take you. Perhaps you will find even greater components. So I'll be on the lookout, Danton. It's on my radar.
do not be dismayed, wise Kenku. Alright. And Thadon has Artemis hang out in the council chamber a bit longer after everyone else is dismissed. Have you found new applications for the water rod?
I believe so. The more time I spend with it, I can see the power of it grow.
And you don't sense any corrupting influences as of this time?
I wouldn't say so.
Perhaps your superior intellect wards you from any dark whispers that the kobolds immediately succumb to.
Perhaps. I could see it having both defensive and offensive uses.
Excellent. Well, remain wary, of course, but I'm pleased to hear that you've noted no major issues with its use.
Not yet.
Well, very good. All right. So the rest of the day is up to the party for how they wish to spend it. As I mentioned, the council's going to discuss this a little bit further, and then they'll be ready to share their full thoughts with you guys for how to proceed tomorrow morning. So until then, you have some free time as a party.
How many guards are there in town?
Prudent question. I'll give you a little bit more information for you, Artemis, because I know this was kind of your whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Provided you're willing to do a little bit of census data, spending your time the rest of the day.
Yep.
Okay. By dinner time, Artemis, you've determined that Autumndale has about 988 residents, with about 300 total in fighting shape. Of these, there are 15 that are actually in the town service as guards. So you've got a little over a dozen guards in the town. So you're confident that the remaining 285 of your 300 estimate could be trained into a militia, a defense of some
But
kind.
how many of them have combat experience?
The 12?
The 15,
The
the
15,
guards,
yeah.
yeah.
That's a problem.
It's not much.
And you also note that they all lack but the most basic equipment. I mean, farmers' tools is kind of like what we're looking at for weapons here.
Do we have a palisade?
There is no palisade. There's 4 watchtowers, one just kind of in each like cardinal direction. Although the one to the south and to the west are so dilapidated, like no one's gone up there in years.
This town's basically just bending over, spreading its ass cheek.
Oh, yes.
Even though it technically is better in better condition than Gaspar.
Yeah.
Not by
Gabar, yeah.
or Gabar.
Mhm.
How
Not
close
by-
is it to the coast?
About 40 miles from the coast. It's a good distance.
We have a lake nearby, though, right?
No,
What's our
take a look.
fresh water source?
You can take a look at the map. It's on the map. It's not quite perfect, but there's a river that runs along the northern edge of the town, so that's your water source. That's the same one you investigated at the start of the set. So you're closer than the map suggests to that river. Is all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
For some reason I have a feeling one of your thoughts the moment you ask for a link.
Just create a huge water golem to kill all the
Yeah,
guys,
well,
or
there's some.
And this,
flood them in
this
the
map is
yeah.
very accurate as far as towns.
Yes, it is. It is up to date with towns.
It's a big wasteland there in the middle.
Yeah.
My thought was, could you create with if you have enough control over that rod a moat around this town?
Yeah, I know. I thought of it. The thing is, oh God,
The influence.
no. I mean, if we have a militia, I feel like we're just leading them to the slaughter.
Yeah, I mean, if the whole town of Gabar couldn't withhold the
Right.
horde.
I mean, it's not just if it was just like orcs, that'd be one thing. But you have fire wizards.
Right.
I feel like
They have no.
These are
experience
level
with that.
0 farmers.
And we don't have the resources
Mhm.
to like properly train or equip them.
We need
Well, and
such-
especially as we must also venture out and do what the council asks of us too, so we don't have
Curious as to what they come up with.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, I would say a palisade would be important, but they'd make it out of wood,
Right.
which isn't
Or
going to work
hold
too
an
well
orc.
at all.
I did like your moat idea. Something with water to just make the town unreachable.
Right. Or at least more difficult,
Yeah.
and teach them how to use bows.
I mean, you can't just build a moat around a town.
No, right. maybe it's a longer thought.
You have to have a bridge that connects it to the road, and then what's protecting that?
Right.
That's why you have a
If
castle.
it's a temporary holding just while we're gone, it doesn't need the bridge.
But we're not a self-sustaining community. I mean, how long are they going to go without connection?
Right.
I mean, I assume there's farmlands around Autumndale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
Well, we will likely have to find out what they require of us. Maybe they'll all want us to try to find out if we can find this force before it gets here.
Intercept them. Destroy them.
Or at least something.
Join them.
Join them. Oh god, yeah. The Frederick Zoller route.
We can't beat them.
Looming shadows. I
The
mean,
shadows from within. Yeah. Nice.
let the shadows enter us.
I
Just put the council in the snow globe. What happened to the council? There's no one to lead us.
Actually, snow globe strat.
Oh god.
What if we hide the villagers in snow globes for safety? Bring them with us
Just hide the village in the snow.
Yeah. until the threat is dealt with.
Some Superman Fortress of Solitude.
I don't think that would work.
Why not? The dragon?
No, even if we killed the dragon, when you turn it, it sucks in everybody. When you turn it again, everyone drops out.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't have a wide enough radius to suck everyone in.
Right.
One swoop.
You'd have to be so stacked
Okay.
on each other, just like the middle passage.
Everyone
type
else.
Human
Everyone
pyramid,
held
top
hands.
person.
This is
You're
the
the one that
prelude.
has to do it.
I can't think of an adequate way to protect this town.
They're on their own.
What if we
Exodus.
divert the forces?
We bring
Well,
them
that's
with
what I
us.
said. I think we need to find out what we're dealing with. But
Some
We
again,
kind
need
of
to
illusion?
prevent them from even coming down.
Is there any kind of
Mang-
We don't have
illusion?
that kind of power.
the
illusion
money,
magic?
the money you got. Do
Oh, you
give
guys
any
made it
of
back to
that-
town and delivered the message. You're all level 3 now.
Hey,
Oh,
yeah,
there
everyone
you go.
can have 100.
Okay.
Okay.
Well then, Sean, I will go to Cordon's place.
Gordon's place.
Gordon's place.
Little like
It's
neon
like Cheers.
flashing signs.
It's like
Yeah.
Cheers.
All right, what would you like to do here,
Everybody
Mert?
knows your name. Well, I kind of do the. I mean, it's only been like a week since I've been gone, but I
Yeah.
like to find
2
out where the
weeks.
need, or 2 weeks,
Yep.
where the any need has arisen. Food.
Where is neater? I like
Oh,
that.
for them, I
That's
mean,
good.
for them.
Yeah.
You know, like I imagine there's some parish or someone that is,
Yes.
you know, and
Oh yeah.
so I don't. Donation. It's a
given-
donation, but more where the
Yeah.
needs are.
You see, like the domain cleric when he sees you coming by, he's like, "Oh, I have many things for you to do.
Okay.
There are farmers that need help. There are
Oh boy,
there are ill who need your healing magic.
I will do
There are-
that.
Okay.
That is the best because
Alright. Do you want to say that's how you spend the rest of your
yes,
day? Okay.
yes. And if any food needs to be bought, I give 50.
Are you willing? Let me just say, are you willing to subtract a gold, 1 gold from what you've just gotten?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, you spend a gold buying food for people.
Okay.
All right,
And I bring that
and
in.
you healed. Okay,
Yes.
yes, very good.
I will spend that.
I have noted your charity.
All right. Because really, this was only like the rest of that day.
Yep.
Okay.
Does anyone else wish to advise me of your free day? Otherwise, I will just assume you spend it enjoying, relaxing, and being home again.
I suppose, by chance, is there some sort of like, I guess just for my quest, is there some sort of like cartographer or someone in town, a historian, someone who has maybe a more in-depth
Roll
map?
roll just a flat d20.
8.
8. Okay. So Danton is probably one of the most
The best.
learned people, and
Okay.
he knows of just that one spot. However, your town does have a small little library. So if you spend the rest of the day there, you might be able to find a few theoretical locations just from poring through old legends and that sort of thing.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to do that anyway.
Okay, so you
I'm
can
a learned bird.
Yeah, nope. Then you can give me a straight up intelligence skill check.
Who would
This-
like popcorn?
In real life? Or
In character or out character?
Behold my power! It just makes
Is that
popcorn.
is
Yeah,
that plus
definitely.
just the modifier? Is that
That is so. Yes,
Probably
your int mod
Jake, you eating popcorn?
yes, please.
plus the d20 roll.
A 13 then.
That is a success.
Okay.
It was a DC 10.
I want it where popcorn is real. Is that my phrase?
Popcorn is real.
Yeah,
Back
that's
when
it.
popcorn was real.
Yeah, it was the
Back when
D&D
D&D was real.
Back when D&D was real.
Jake, I will advise you on what this means for you momentarily.
Okay.
Ardith Bay, would you like to spend the rest of your day in town doing anything in particular?
Washing off that black gunk.
I already took care of that. I cleaned Jake's blade.
Yeah.
I would like to buy a knife,
Okay.
so I have one.
To
That's a
not
good
have to
idea.
borrow
In
his.
case-
every
Yeah.
time.
That's a good
In
idea.
case
It costs
skinny.
you a silver piece.
All right, and then
Did you write down that you got 100
oh
gold?
gosh.
No.
Yeah, you did gain 100 gold.
You
by the way.
each should write that down.
I mean, I'm really usually one with nature, so I typically like to just go wander the outskirts of town
I had
and the
100
surrounding
gold, 'cause I
nature
never
and
changed
visit
it,
my.
That little image I shared with you the other day, where it was like after you pet a dog and the owner says you never
Yes,
we're
that
just
is me. So I just want to go be at, I like to keep tracks on, tabs on, the forest surrounding
Yeah.
woods and make sure, like Radagast, that
yeah.
the creatures and plants are in good health
See if,
and not troubled.
See if all the local populations are doing well.
Yeah,
did
because
this
after
litter
the
of
whole
bunnies
thing with
survive?
Grey
Okay.
Fang, making
Yeah.
sure there's no fell things in our close
All right.
area.
As you're wrapping up, you hear little footfalls in the forest, crunches, somebody's walking around out close by you.
I would like to investigate this stuff.
Stealthily. Okay, your passive stealth is more than enough to.
Yeah.
You could sneak right up an inch behind this individual if you want to, without them being aware of your presence. You see Golk is holding a little rabbit in his hands. He's walking back towards town.
Do I notice anything about this rabbit from a distance?
It's younger. It's not
Is
where
it
it's
dead?
No. It's not where it's so small where it's that blind little thing.
Yeah.
But it basically just looks like a small bunny.
Oh.
Is what he has in his hands.
I'll say, hi, Gulk.
I didn't see you there, Ardith Bay. Hi.
What brings you out here?
I found a pet.
What are your plans for this rabbit?
Take good care of it.
See that you do.
You bet.
Just so you're aware, I treat the animals in this surrounding forest as I serve as protector of them. And I would be very upset to hear if something befell one of these beloved creatures.
Oh, I would be too. I feel the same way.
Well, very good. What name have you chosen?
Oh, no. It's too early for that. It needs to come to me naturally.
I understand.
Okay. Good seeing you.
Have a wonderful day.
Alright. You too, and he just walks back into town. Alright, Merrick.
Probably just some old-fashioned blade bonding.
Okay. This continues your saga of blade bonding.
What is that gonna need? I mean, I already got manacles.
Roll a d20.
Me?
Yep.
Three.
Okay. You enjoy the blade bonding. You find it always brings you kind of just this quiet contentment. And you feel one of these days something truly amazing will happen. Some new breakthrough. But it was not today. So you just keep going with that until you roll a 20, Thomas.
Right.
Is kind of like what we're going for. Alright. I think that's Jake.
Yep.
Send that map back over this way, so I can make a marking or two.
It's gonna be
flame fluid ready to burn.
Is that what you got over there?
Flame fluid.
Yeah, it's just called butterfly popcorn topping.
Nice flame fluid.
Speaking of that, do you want your avocado oil back?
Yeah, that would be good. Unless
It's delicious.
I don't know. I mean, I'd probably use it. Did you already buy a
Okay.
replacement?
There's 3 X's on here, Jake. And it's funny, like the way it printed out, they're like concealed. Like I did make like good impressions with them, so if you can find the 3 of them, those are spots that are where you noted a thing. Like if you kind of move it around in the light, but it's funny, like gray pencil on this, like it's hilarious. But I think you'll
I
find
could
it.
just see that.
Yeah.
Just like
Now you will note one of them is right by Gabar because that's the one he noted you already. But you've notched 2 extra spots where they.
okay,
you-
and I
you
mean
feel
whether
it.
or not anything comes out of it, if there's any time remaining, I just want to sharpen one of my daggers, take it to a whetstone or something, sharpen it a bit.
Okay,
That's just what my guy does.
I will make note of that. Okay, then if anyone hasn't given themselves back to full or finished leveling to 3, this would be a good opportunity.
You.
What?
Are you level 3?
Yeah,
Okay.
There you go. That's what man.
I'm doing it right now.
All right, yeah. I don't think there's too much at 3.
I think like I said, I think
4
it's
is a pretty big
Yeah.
one. Yeah, but
I think it's
yeah.
again another feat and another big power.
Sure.
But this one, I think it was just a power. And I think you get like a
Ability
stat
score?
a stat boost. 4 is huge.
4, you get an attribute.
Yeah.
I will compare my character sheets.
I feel like I should like an index card for my belongings, so I don't have to keep copying them.
Find some method. Yes, I
You could
encourage.
I mean, he had a
innovation
scissor
like
here.
that.
You could cut out your old inventory. You know, like this sheet here,
Yeah.
and just kind of
You
use
said,
it.
wait,
as-
hold on. You said there is a scissor. You
There
said
was
if I
one
found
right here, and Adam moved it. So.
He didn't want you having access to it.
He's like, no. I think it was me that moved it, so it went scissor in the middle.
Scissor in the middle.
Sounds kind of suspect.
This is probably important to have around.
This
This was the final one, like the eroded one. Well, like if they eroded anything, it got changed into
Don't
this
you
book.
know all
So what
the
you were asking
rules?
about, like the heal last time and
Yeah.
stabilizing, this would be the book to have. Just look that up.
Page master.
Waiting for that.
So you like a big popcorn maker?
I assume so.
Oh, I was not expecting this much of a spectacle.
Oh, you were
Searching-
expecting bag?
Searching for it.
You were expecting just a
Well, I didn't know if he had like just like a little popcorn maker like on his
Nah,
kitchen
he probably
counter.
got. He probably got. a big one.
I mean, I've made it on the stove.
Yep.
Probably pretty good that way.
Oh yeah. It's not bad.
I wonder if it's popping down there. Does he have like? Does he have like?
That's what I mean.
Does
I
he have a
think-
I
theater
hear-
style
I
popcorn
think
popper?
it's a massive.
I want to go look at this actually. Is he making theater style popcorn down there?
Take a picture and send it up to us so we can
Oh, I
see.
didn't bring my.
Oh
I
dang.
must
It is.
There we go.
Where you want to flip a coin for some money?
Like in real
Like a
life.
high school student?
Like 0 to 9,
Like
or
gamble?
1 to 10 or whatever.
Gambling?
That's the most basic form of gambling right there.
Well, we're just sitting here, you know.
Yep. Jake, I saw you have a giveaway on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm trying
That's
to.
cool.
It's a coin one.
I mean,
coincidentally.
I don't.
You have no idea the amount of DMs I was reaching out to, talking to influential people, influencers, trying to expand my reach.
I think your game's pretty solid, Jake. I usually enjoy reading what you post. So keep at it.
We can just have you have a coin.
Just gonna roll d20.
What's the bid? 10 coins.
We could start with. We'll just do 10 coins.
10 gold piece.
I didn't find you much of a gambler.
I'm not. Really, sadly, I'm probably doing all my healing. I'm pretty busy. I'm probably not actually right here sitting like it.
No, I know. I'm probably walking up to each one of the party members.
Technically, in character-wise, my guy's probably the least to do it. Corden probably does not condone such actions.
It's like an actual movie theater popcorn machine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's
Which
little
is smaller.
buckets.
Yeah.
We could share one gyro.
We can. And conserve bucket.
Movie style buckets.
Movie style buckets.
That's
I typed into
That's
Google.
pretty magical. I don't have my magic movie rewards card with me, man.
$5 will be fine.
Okay.
Is that mine?
Uh-huh.
That one's actually mine.
Thomas, even you get popcorn. Even I get popcorn.
Okay. So it is new day.
New day.
Yep. On your way back to the council chamber, Golk lets you know he's got some new merchandise.
Where'd you get that?
He shows you a glass jar with golden dust inside of it. He says he'll sell it to you for 500 gold.
Where'd you get it?
Business.
Here in town?
Yeah. Free examination. Just don't spill it.
Has the town been made aware of the threat?
Yes. Everyone's a bit more somber.
So someone heard about this threat and immediately sold this to you, huh?
Well, you raise a point, but now I could be selling it to you.
What's it do?
Something good, I'm sure. You want to inspect it, Artemis?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take an Arcana.
Okay. Pretty good. Oh, I see. 22.
This is indeed highly magical powder. Can I tell you anything beyond? What was it? 22?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. This can be applied to a weapon or implement, like a holy symbol or wand, staff, something like that, to provide a +1 bonus at a blacksmith's forge. So you can make anything a +1 weapon.
It's pretty good.
Yep.
500, huh?
That's what I'm asking.
Well, you want to keep traveling with us, huh? Go.
Yes.
You want our protection.
I do.
That's gotta be worth something. Is he offering this enhancement just for you?
No, you guys were going to the council chamber together.
I don't think any of us. We'd have to pool all our money.
Yeah. And then give it to one person.
Unless he factors in our service
Well,
payment.
Yeah, what is our?
do you have any items for barter too? I mean, that can.
Our price for protection just went up to 500 gold.
That's extortion. You don't have to buy this from me.
We don't have to protect you either.
But I want to buy it.
Look at you when you say that. I kind of do.
You kind of do. You didn't get your reward yet for his survival?
No, it's coming, but she wants me to keep protecting him. So I keep getting rewarded if I keep protecting him. So I actually have to.
Oh, yeah, you're in a dilemma.
I don't think it's happening, pal.
But we'll remember it.
You know where to find me.
We do.
Give me the
know.
globe.
We know where you. Yeah, we know where you
Alright.
sleep.
Next. No, this isn't really for sale. But I've noticed a curious I've noticed a curious habit in this creature here. And he shows a bunny.
Oh no.
Okay.
Now, Ardith Bay, I'll say immediately. You notice the bunny's still in fine health. Like no harm has come to this creature. However, you see on Golk's cart like a little stack of uneaten carrots. This bunny does not consume food as a creature such as its kind should. However, I saw it going through one of my coin purses. It was eating gold.
Only the gold.
No, it's eating copper and silver too.
What about bronze?
I didn't have any bronze coins on hand.
Do I have any bronze? Do you have any bronze?
When you saw this was yesterday?
I don't hang on to coppers.
We talking to gold?
Yeah.
That's
I'm
not
talking
bronze
to
This
anyway.
was like
Yeah.
overnight yesterday into the day.
Has there been any waste from its eating?
He
Why bronze?
takes you to the side of the cart
Okay.
It's a common metal.
and,
Metal
point,
except iron.
and points to the waist.
And what does it look like?
You
Like-
want to
I have
inspect
these
it?
manacles.
It's rabbit food.
You want to take a bite?
It's coin-shaped turds.
I have a shovel that I never asked for.
Okay, that works.
It's like rabbit pellets, but very small, and they're like perfect little coin shape.
Are they brown or?
Yeah.
Are they, I don't see the. Unless we need to get rid of something.
We put his little shovel in front
Okay.
of it.
What's the shovel?
It's just a shovel.
Oh, you put like a shovel head to it?
Yeah. We put the shovel head to it.
Oh goodness.
You see it kind of, you can kind of like start sniffing at it, kind of like gives it a little sampling, and it just kind of turns its head away. Doesn't seem to care for the taste of the baser metal as much.
Likes the shiny.
Goldberry, what's your passive perception?
Has anyone given it a gold coin yet?
You can give it a gold coin.
I mean, I kind of believe him.
21. Okay.
Would it have like powers of transmutation, like it go platinum or
So
something?
we're gonna get into that again.
I'd like
You've
to feed it a
noticed-
gold coin.
Its
mean, you're
physiology
talking
seems
about
to have
its shit.
changed a little bit.
What about it?
It just he shit out
You'll
brown
need-
coins.
Oh, yeah.
You'll need to observe it. You actually almost feel compelled to observe this creature for a little while. Something is definitely special about this creature.
It's eventually going to poop out gold.
I'd like to hold out my hand with a few gold pieces.
Ruining your name forever.
Exactly a few.
Yep,
Hey.
3.
I'm level 60.
That's what
It eagerly leaps next to you, and it begins eating one of the coins.
Good.
you have lost
It-
that coin.
I mean, if that's what he's willing to wager, yes,
Yeah.
you'll see him eat the coins.
Some bomb ass popcorn, eh?
Yeah,
It's very good, Ming.
I'm making for it myself.
You know what? I'll up
Pretty
it
often.
to 5 coins for even them out.
This big of a batch, or you can make it as small.
Yeah, I
as-
bought predetermined bags of popcorn, so
Did you?
So it's always this big of a batch.
So it's nice when you have company over, then you don't have to eat like all of it. Yeah.
Parents love it.
Alright. Thomas, it eats 5. So you've given it 8.
Just 5 total is what I
Oh,
want.
5 total. Okay.
And I'll see how many platinum coins it poops out.
Alright.
I'll tell Gulk that I'm very curious to know about his poop.
Okay. You see Golk, he's got a little piece of parchment. He seems to be writing something down.
What's right in there, Go?
So far, this bunny has eaten 11 gold pieces, 8 silver, and 14 copper, provided I've observed every meal, which I'm not sure if I have or not.
And why are you tracking that?
I figured it could be good information to have.
For who?
Who's feeding it all
For
this
science.
Oh, you're
Is it just finding them?
a proponent of
Are you
science.
feeding it coins?
No. You've been giving him stuff. It found its way into my coin purse last night. I counted what was missing.
Okay.
So what drew you to this bunny when you found it in the woods?
It was cute.
Now, did it not eat the shovel because it was a lower metal or because it wasn't currency?
We don't know.
What if we believe that the shovel is currency? Or do we have
You
to
have to
convince
really
it that it's currency?
We melt it down into coins. Melt this shovel down into coins.
What valuable metal isn't currency?
Iron.
No, we tried iron.
You didn't eat it. She didn't eat it.
Iron's not valuable.
Exactly. I thought you were trying to say which metal isn't currency. And that's one
What
of them.
is, like, valuable?
Oh.
Well, Gulk, you keep. You said it's not for sale
Titanium
anyway.
or something.
Yeah.
Can I hold the rabbit?
It's an interesting
Well,
rabbit.
I mean, I could be persuaded to sell it.
Well, none of us, even you, don't seem to know what its value is.
Right.
So,
So I mean,
Valueless. Invaluable.
Could I
both
hold
of
the
those
bunny?
words, technically, it could be invaluable
The
if we
bunny
found
takes a
out,
liking
discovered
to you.
something.
I'm going to stroke the bunny and inspect it closer.
okay.
try and see if we can have some kind of spiritual connection.
5 coins has to be way more mass than a normal rabbit would consume.
No.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy.
Goldberry,
It's a little stack.
or Ardith Bay, as
That's
you're
not bad,
holding
though.
it,
For a rabbit,
it's grown quite a bit since yesterday.
Oh.
I will mention that.
Oh.
What
It's
color
had
is it?
quite the growth spurt since I saw him yesterday evening.
Furthermore, its body shape almost suggests that it's heading in a more bipedal direction than a
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I think we may have found a defender of Autumndale. Let us feed it all the gold.
depends how intelligent it is.
Yeah.
I mean, do we want some massive bipedal gold-eating monster
I don't know.
running rampage across the
If you demand
countryside?
tribute, or you just
That
charge it?
only artist
Where did
can
you find the bunny in the
can
woods?
calm.
Boy, I'm not entirely sure. I can show you like the general area. Wasn't too far from where I bumped into you.
Was it doing anything special when you found it?
No.
So you literally just picked it up, brought it home, and then you noticed it started eating money?
Anyone got
Uh,
jewelry?
Did anything happen?
No.
me
Yeah.
You have an
I
opportunity.
do.
You have an opportunity to insight
We
it.
do.
You got jewelry?
We have amulets.
Insight.
Feed it to the bunny.
That is jewelry.
Well, does
Goldberry, Ardith, I keep saying Goldberry. Ardith, I'm also going to rule that little object you found in the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a sapphire. It was just a nice gem.
Okay.
What are you doing?
She's
Roll
inciting gold.
insight on
Into
the-
gold. Oh,
Yeah.
By the way,
good luck.
Into the
mithril.
world.
That's what you want.
Mithril
That's
would
a
be
valuable
cool.
Ooh,
metal that
20.
isn't
I don't know how
current.
much we
21.
want to feed to it.
Okay.
If it eats mithril, I'll give it to
Well,
you.
I'm
Gold
curious about
has
jewelry
been
as well.
entirely truthful to you about how he found the circumstances of finding it. It was just a random little bunny that he found. He has not told you any untruth regarding that.
About finding the bunny.
Yes. You
What about
can't.
taking the bunny home?
See if it wants to bite that sapphire.
Oh.
Don't feed it to it, but just see if it is about
Even
Vietnam on it, or if it, yeah, see if it attempts.
All right, I'll hold up the sapphire.
Okay. You feel him like you straining. He likes it immediately.
So it's not just currency.
It's like all things valuable.
It's
Valuable. Well, now we need to test
Pretty
it.
thing.
Sentimental value.
Yeah, what's something
or
valuable?
purely materialistic value.
Give him the snow globe.
Oh goodness.
Oh.
Don't give
Well,
him
someone
this.
has to have some sentimental value thing.
Yeah, you can always just conjure those up as long as they're not too crazy. I'd allow.
Make something. Let's see if
That
a
wouldn't
Ken
How can
Senior
you make
memento.
something sentimental?
Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense.
I'll just say I have a leather pendant that has a smooth stone, the leather necklace with a smooth stone pendant that was a gift from, my grandfather.
But
Okay.
it's not valuable.
No, so it's just a
Sentimental.
smooth stone that has sentimental value.
Put it towards it.
I will hold it towards.
Just like lose your whole arm plus just this massive arm. That would be the Cthulhu mythos
Yeah,
thing
For
right there.
sentimental
Yeah.
value.
You know.
what if we unleash?
Yeah.
We're all afraid of
That's
the
what I
orcs.
want.
You just think
Yeah,
it's all
your
just
sentiments.
all this innocuous buddy. You know, he won't do it.
takes
No.
from you what is most precious.
Oh no. He
It settles for material wealth, but it really wants emotional wealth.
the bunny regards it as you think any bunny would regard anything just being like flashed in front of him. Just like a quick look and then
So
looks
it's
away.
materialistic value only, but that's determined purely by society. So how does it determine?
It's very complicated.
Oh God.
Maybe it has something to do with
Can you speak to animals yet?
That would be really helpful at this point.
well, not like I can't talk to them, but we have an understanding.
She
of
can
each other.
develop empathy over time to get
Now-
and
yeah.
an understanding of maybe what they're going.
Is it local value or is it global value? Not every society
Prestige
regards the
worldwide.
same thing as valuable as other societies.
Depend what society is
Right.
raised in.
Exactly. I mean,
we don't have any foreign currency yet.
what about the other end of the shovel, the wooden end? Maybe wood is valuable. Okay.
I don't think so.
There's trees
I
everywhere.
want to
I,
gaze into the eyes
what
of this bunny.
How long
Okay.
have we been discussing this, Sean?
I don't know. I don't mind it at all. It's,
No,
I like
no,
where it's going.
no, I don't mean. I
Yeah.
mean in character-wise.
Oh,
I feel like my character.
It's exactly. It's so far.
The
I have no
walk-
problem
the
translating
walk
it
to-
exactly to in-game. It's how long you've been doing it in now.
walking
Let's say.
to the.
Well, more like walking there and then just stopping and talking to Golk
Sure.
about all this.
What's the most valuable local spice?
Saffron. Well, that's
Sure, I'll say that. There's you can find saffron tufts here and there.
There's is it metals? Is it metals and
I was
gems?
gonna say my
Or
guy's
just
starting to
anything
sell.
else.
Right. See, we got to learn about this.
He can visualize a roasted rabbit right
Now,
now.
obviously, gravitates for
I
coins.
feel like
those
Thomas,
are
if
valuable
Thomas's
by our
displacement
society.
beast was actually out here, it would eat that. it would
Yeah.
try to eat that.
So let's take some saffron.
Do we have that? Who's got that?
I could conjure some, I guess.
do it.
Oh, that might throw it off, though.
Try conjuring a coin first. And see
That's
what
not a
these are.
controlled experiment.
Do the coin. Do the gold coin.
Conjure gold
All right, I'll
coin
conjure a gold coin.
Feel how cold the interior of this is still.
Ziggy, we don't have time for that.
It's like 5 seconds. You conjure a gold coin.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
All right, it's in your hand.
And I offer it to the great rabbit.
The great.
You see it it goes for it, but it doesn't make contact.
Because it has no value.
Oh my God, too
Well,
smart.
please explain. I mean, you can obviously understand this is a truly fascinating thing,
Yeah.
and I just have such
I'm
a
fascinated.
hard time
You know what I think?
believing
What?
You know how
this is
dwarves
just
have
purely
gold
natural.
sense.
sensors.
Did
you have
and it's like that. It's
anything?
like just like earthly.
Could it have gotten into
precious
any
metals.
of your other stores
working
besides your
theory.
coin bag?
But I want to try the saffron because that is valuable, but it's not a metal.
So that would prove it. If it's not
Right,
interested in
if-
saffron,
yes.
then it's like a dwarf.
I mean,
I mean,
it
you
wouldn't
clearly
conclusively
have
prove it, but it's a
A
step.
number of extraordinary
I'm gonna
items
feed
in
it
your
20
possession.
gold.
This globe.
Mustn't do it.
He's written it down.
I'm
Wait,
getting
wait,
bored
then
over
just-
here.
So
after
he
this,
did
like-
not eat my coin, is what you
I
said.
just stick my hand out.
Alright,
But
so
he
that's
takes
interesting.
the 20.
All
Well,
right.
you put it on the ground, I imagine.
You see,
Ziggy, I could chat with you all night about this shit.
I-
So I kind of want to buy it just for that.
yep. The bunny eats You gave him 20 more, right? Alright, he eats it. You see, now the bunny prefers to stand bipedally, like in your hands. And he's grown a bit bigger.
Oh man, he's growing in real time.
Does it ever seem like
You
he's
see
full?
him. You see him like rubbing his chin with like one of his
Yes.
paws and looking up at you all. Like he's
getting
regarding you
smarter,
all
too.
in like a new light.
See, this isn't good.
I liked it a lot.
The helper's coming down real fast.
Oh no!
Alright, everyone.
Minus 5 billion Cordan points for
Alright, hold on.
What if it begins to regard human life as valuable?
New theory.
This is what I want
It's
to
not
prove.
interested in emotional value, only material wealth.
But human life
Can be.
materialistically has value.
I'm
Slave
frightened.
labor
What
has
to give
value.
it for gold?
I don't know. I
That's
think,
not
I
safe.
think
They
if
don't
we
figure
feed this thing
something
enough
out.
gold, it'll be smart enough to solve our
Gold,
defense problem.
He says,
Bill, I have an idea.
It might not be. It could be wild.
Doesn't look wild.
I think
wanna
it needs
try the
something else
saffron.
Looks
before the
civilized.
I want to try saffron,
What did
and
you
then
eat,
I
though?
also want to try giving a conjure gold coin to someone else who doesn't know that it's fake, and then they offer it to the rabbit because they believe that it's valuable.
Gulk has something to tell us.
All right.
There's more than meets the eye.
Alright, it ate it's like this it's like a talisman, I think you could call it.
Oh boy.
A metal talisman.
And
It
you
was
did-
like I don't always have the best idea of my inventory. There's a lot of stuff in that wagon.
or what the things do that you have.
Yeah. I know some stuff, I don't know a lot of stuff.
Sure.
But whatever it ate in there, it led to this new diet, I think.
Hmm.
And clearly, I mean, look at it. He's like a little gentleman rabbit in her hands right now. I think. I mean, you just. Who knows if you give it some more gold?
Yeah, I'll give it 30 more gold.
All right.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I already gave
Do
it.
you like try to stop
I
him?
will
Art of
actively
it?
stop that. I need to do a lot more experiments before.
Well,
we do
then make a
something.
decision. Do you want the rabbit?
I mean,
What was the price for the rabbit then?
You didn't have a price.
I know.
Price
It hadn't been settled, negotiated yet.
You've discovered a little of what.
Yeah, I mean, the price might keep going up the more gold you
I
guys.
think the price should be going down. This is going to devour your whole merchandise.
That is true.
No. Can I have my rabbit back?
I don't know, Gulk.
It's my property.
I'm a little
Nature's-
concerned by what this rabbit
Okay,
ingested.
All right, fine. Then demonstrate that he doesn't want to eat my merchandise. Here, come bring him over to my wagon.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pick something valuable
To you.
to you,
Real.
but not sentimental.
No, just
That's key.
Gold.
Sentiment means nothing.
Gold
this rabbit.
digs in his pocket, and he pulls out like a gem-studded die. You see it, and it looks instantly valuable to all of your eyes.
Okay, this could work.
Okay, I'll level it up.
Level it up.
I
This
actually
thing's gonna
think he's
grow.
going to eat it, but
Well, you don't have to feed it. To
Does it
Just
have
put it in
magical
front of it.
properties, or it's just
okay.
valuable?
But you know,
Hold it
I think it's
out.
too close to a coin. Let me pick something else. Like let me show it like a sack of flour or something.
It's not valuable to anyone.
All right, how about
Come on, Gold.
my mule?
No,
It's not.
come on.
It is valuable.
Some kind of artifact.
We can't be organic. We're not experimenting with
Okay.
that yet.
We're worried that could be a thing, so we don't want to.
One of you could buy the powder for me to make a magic weapon and offer it to the bunny.
We can't
No.
afford it.
I have my Fey Leaf sandals. Those are valuable.
There you go. Good idea.
If you're willing.
It's gonna
I mean,
absorb
I'm
it.
not going to feed it to him. I just
my
want him
belt.
to see if he's
I would
going
actually
for it.
feed it my belt if it wants it.
Why?
Doesn't seem that good.
I mean, my sandals aren't incredible either. I
Does
don't
it,
want
like-
to feed it to him. I just
Doesn't
want
it
to see.
protect you from falling?
Yeah,
Isn't
but
that,
I
like,
can teleport.
incredible. I'll trade you.
I'm experimenting. Don't
I-
speak to
I-
me.
So you
rush
take your
ahead.
foot out and like
yeah.
put it.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it like cocks its head, but it doesn't make any lunges or anything. It's just like, what an interesting thing you're showing me.
So it's purely metal.
But
I
it liked
put-
my
I
sapphire.
put one more coin
I think
out.
gems,
to
like
it.
metals and
Are
gems.
Close
gems
enough for
metals?
it to eat it.
No.
It eats it
They're
immediately.
rocks.
They're
Precious.
So it's still
minerals.
desired.
Minerals.
Yeah.
Earthly things.
I have to minus. Make sure I minus.
Natural.
Make sure you minus
Already
one.
did.
I was
Cold.
ready to minus a little bit more,
Cold's not
but
that valuable.
No, it's not.
You
but
see, it's getting a little antsy in your hands. Like it seems to want down.
Maybe it has to poop.
I will put it down.
Okay. It starts making like gestures. Let's
As
just
if
say,
to say.
no. It's just making strange gestures at all of you, like with its paws.
Sign language?
like, does it look
Trying to speak to
intelligible?
us.
Like, is it like trying to pantomime something?
All right, we'll just say it's going like this.
Oh, wants to write. Give it paper.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
It
we're
has
on,
learned
we're standing on
language.
dirt or something. So I'll conjure like a little stick for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It accepts the stick and writes more food, please, in intelligible English or in common.
So
Can you
it's
conjure
a
me a
whole
stick?
ball of worms.
Get me a stick.
I have to spend all night talking to this thing.
Give me a stick.
Why? What?
I have a question for it.
Use your finger.
can't you just say it?
It understands.
Oh, I'll say. I'll say why.
Okay. It like kicks up dirt to cover up the previous message, so it like resets its slate, and it writes, "I'm hungry and want to learn more."
And that was just 20 gold.
No,
31,
that's
32 gold, 8 silver, and 14 copper.
Imagine if we gave it like 100.
Oh, when will it
Then
get
it'll be too smart.
too smart?
I think already, Golk, you owning this constitutes slavery.
Think the elders are gonna like that?
Hey, you guys are acting all hostile to me.
This is a sapient creature, and I'm not going to allow it.
You're not
Ask
gonna allow
it, ask
what?
it if it wants
Your
to.
ownership.
Fine.
All
That's
right?
fine.
It's one of us now. It's just a. It's
Sure.
A, okay.
It's a
feed it.
citizen of this realm.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Let's feed it a little bit more so we can start talking to us.
What's a little
Alright.
bit more? 8 coins? Gold coins? Get to
Artemis
40?
takes out that coin purse.
What if
he
we?
got.
What if we each put in
I already
10?
distributed that.
You already gave 20.
Yeah. Okay. The rest of us put in 10. So for 40, if we agree.
I guess.
Let's just see how
I have
big
my
and smart this thing
misgivings.
gets.
I'm prepared to kill it, I'll say that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a strong bunny.
We don't
Yet.
Could be psionic, who knows? Alright, I'll go in for 10.
Be our tactician. Could lead us into battle.
Okay. 10, 10, 10.
He already gave 20, so I said he probably.
Oh, you're good.
I'll
We're-
give-
you
I'll
throwing
give
10?
Yes.
You throwing 10?
I think we can just see what that's gonna do.
Okay. So
So
that's
30
30 more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've now spent 12.
So add
I
62.
didn't even put anything towards the snow globe, but this intrigues me.
Okay. Its posture improves a bit. You see it like kind of stretch out its neck a bit, and it makes like a little like appreciative bowing motion to the three of you.
Okay. What are we
How
name
tall is
you?
it?
It's like a full-sized rabbit now.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, it's not very tall.
We could squash this thing like a bug if we had to.
Yep.
Let's keep going.
It also,
Do you say that in front of him?
it also understands your
I think I did.
Boy.
What should we call you?
All right. It at that remark, it makes a bolt for the woods.
Telekinetic grasp!
Okay.
I'll get the manacles.
No, stop it.
All right. I will resolve the telekinetic grasp.
Okay.
Does that do damage?
No.
What does it do?
Just picks
Tell-
up something 20 pounds or less.
Okay. And so you could, it's like you're holding it.
Yeah.
All right. You see it just.
I
I'll
want to
say
go get it. I want to go get him and hold him again.
I'll say, oh, I
And
did.
comfort the rabbit.
Okay.
I'm not gonna squish you, I say.
Could be a she.
Well,
Only if you
know.
turn evil from your overintelligence.
Okay. Do you allow Ardith Bay to go collect it?
Yeah.
Okay. It calms down in her arms.
I ask again, what shall we call you?
You see, it's like shakes its head and its ears like kind of like, and then it just kind of looks at you and then looks to the rest of the room.
Ardith, is it a boy or a girl?
Do you check?
Yeah.
It's a boy rabbit.
Yuck.
I wasn't gonna look. I'll give it 10 gold.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Rabbit
It
responds
just thanked him, yes.
in language.
Oh, you're
In
welcome.
common, yeah.
What shall we call you?
Oh, I have no name for myself just yet. The gold has been very stimulating, though.
How old are you?
Perhaps several hours. Spring
That
rabbit.
talisman?
Follows logic.
Isn't that like yesterday
What's that?
when it ate the talisman?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
So it
consciously.
didn't regard that as
But-
its creation.
Right.
Had
Or it didn't have consciousness
Right.
until yeah.
I mean, we can't cage it,
No.
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 but
We put a
I
sword
think
in
we
its
have
hand
to
and-
slow down. It's
with your halberd.
no slow down its growth now. You know
Why?
now that it's speaking to us.
I would gladly choose a name that you give me.
How about
Bugs.
Hubert?
What about
Hubert it is.
Okay. I put the most gold in, didn't I?
You did not offer a name.
I was
Quickly. You needed to be
We let this thing just go. It will find enough valuable things and grow and grow.
Yes.
and
Oh
grow.
yes. Of course.
So we
Do you say that in front of him?
Yes.
No, that is not correct, sir. I feel my size is near its peak.
Oh.
Well, let's.
What's
Insight.
your peak?
Incite this fucking rabbit.
It just wants to be like us. We can feast endlessly.
You get a +2 from me, Adam. You're gonna
Using
need
the
it.
memory. There we go.
Bob, all your cool
That's right.
Okay.
24.
Okay. There's no deception in the bunny's voice, mannerisms, or in your gut feeling.
How much gold until your peak?
Oh, that I could never tell you, sir.
10 more gold.
Okay. Oh, that was very stimulating. Thank you.
No problem.
That's gotta be most of your goal. This
Now,
rabbit's
you
good.
said your size is at its near its peak. What
Yes.
about your intellect?
That I feel I could develop a great deal. I feel rather embarrassed. I am standing before you unclothed. Although I am warm and comfortable. He kind of like looks up.
I think
If it's all right
What's,
with you, Hubert. And, well, did we
The
get it
guy's
from
name
Gulp,
had
or is
Gulp.
he still there?
Gulk's just standing there like amazed.
I think my ethics have to prevail here, and we just let it go and let it do whatever it wants.
Hubert, I would ask if it's all right with you if you'd consider staying with me for a time.
As you wish.
Perhaps I can help watch Gulk.
And perhaps we could find you some suitable attire.
I would ask, that would be very generous of you in exchange for remaining by your side.
Does Gulk have any like infant clothing?
Nope.
The gnome,
He might.
Danton.
Yeah, he might.
We're so
You might offend him if you ask the wrong way.
Yeah.
That is, I agree.
I'll pull you guys aside.
Okay.
Theoretically. The
So
only thing,
non-Ardith Bay is aside.
if
'cause
you're
she's-
still holding it,
You are not
I'll put him down and say, would you mind waiting here a moment, Hubert?
Yes, he just sits down.
theoretically, the only thing that prohibits wizardry is intellect. If we taught it magic, it could be a very powerful ally.
Is that true though? Like just
Wait,
if you're
what?
smart, you can do magic.
Wizardry is a learned talent
Right.
in school.
Is that true?
That's true.
From my studies, and he would tell you as well, sorcery
Sorcery is innate.
is innate.
Yeah.
Yes. But wizardry,
Wizardry is
Anyone
not.
could learn wizardry.
Yes.
I look at your character and go, yes, you are a wizard of some sort, aren't you? Didn't you learn how your magic works? You're a sword
Not
mage.
in any
That's
kind
like
of
a
school.
The fact
that I know
remains.
of.
I fear the exploitation of this.
yes,
mental
free
creature.
will he must have, of course.
I mean, we offered to teach it magic. And he's already bonded with you quite a bit.
We also offer to feed him
Yeah.
what he needs.
Yeah.
If he becomes evil, we will slay him as any evil creature. What's the exploitation?
Well, I just want that to be. I don't want to try and use undue influence to turn him into some.
Two things must be considered. One, he's safer with us than Gulk.
Mm-hmm.
Two, if not with us or Gulk, where could he go and be misused?
I wonder though. I feel like we should keep his identity a secret.
We will have to tell him that many will not
Should get a little hood
appreciate
for him and stuff.
He's
a
the
rabbit
We
who
say
finds
this as we walk with a literal bird man.
a literal.
I can I mean, I don't
Some
do
kind
it,
of
or I
gray
haven't made
man.
mention
Yeah,
because
gray man and a bird
we've
man.
only really ever been in our town, but I can
Yeah.
disguise myself pretty easily.
Yeah. But yes, that is true.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
He could become,
Rabbit man.
yes, some kind of rabbit wizard. Oh, he's the perfect spy though, as is.
True.
He looks like a benign rabbit, but he's actually a man.
Yeah.
Well, he's not really.
He'll just be hopping. He's willing to hop around like a perimeter
But his
and
name
they'll
is
just,
Hubert.
it's a rabbit.
He's capable of.
Many things.
I mean,
Espionage.
during downtime, I'm
Yeah.
going to do some intensive discussions with him about morals and
Okay.
see where he stands on all these issues.
That
Okay.
sounds like a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, what if he only cares about rabbits and the freedom of rabbit kind? You know, who knows
Liberate
what?
all
Do some
rabbits.
psychological screening.
Yeah, what if he despises humans secretly? Who knows what?
Yes, we
That's
will.
what I want to get to the bottom of. But
Well,
for now,
hopefully, some of us don't make it despise humans
yeah.
by telling
Tell
them
him to
to
squish him like a
squish
bug.
him like a bug. For he may gain a dislike for
I didn't know he could.
understand.
But for now, he can. I think he can travel with us.
I think it's the same.
I don't know.
What is my allotted diet each day?
What do you like to eat?
What's your favorite?
I like. He points to the gold coins. He says, "Those are quite nice. These are a bit baser." And he gestures. So basically, he shows you the different coins in ascending order. So these are all fit food for me.
Why?
They taste very good and nourish me.
What about the shovel?
I care not for it.
Can you eat it?
I don't believe so.
You could not digest it.
I don't understand.
Could it pass through your body without you dying?
I shudder to even think about such a thing. I don't think I should try it.
Fair enough.
Okay.
What about saffron?
I would need you to show me what that is.
Hold on. I conjured a gold coin. You didn't eat it. Why?
That was not the same as what I've eaten.
You could tell.
Somehow, yes, I could.
What's the spell description?
I can't explain it exactly.
Just conjured. I mean, it's not like indistinguishable.
Oh, okay. It looks like a force coin.
No, I mean it looks like, but it's obviously not made out of metal.
So maybe it doesn't smell like it or something.
Could be. Okay. Well, we'll try to keep you with a diet of coins,
Like
but
how
it
much?
might not always be gold.
That is fine. I feel like I've eaten a good deal already today, but I always feel like I have a little bit of room saved up.
will you earn these coins?
If that is necessary, yes, I would like to.
That's how the world works, I'm afraid.
I understand.
You're not a pet.
No, I suppose not.
Well, then traveling with us, you can earn plenty of coins.
Well, very good. Thank you.
Okay. Maybe we should get to the council.
I think so, yeah.
Agreed.
Do I get to come to the council as well?
If we keep feeding it, I have some great insight.
Yes,
He'll
but
have
I
a
would,
seat on the council.
I would ask that you
They'll have
not-
the answer to our problems if we just feed it enough coins.
That's a whole new problem.
May I ask why?
I don't think it is best to bring you to the attention of others just this time until we have further understanding of your abilities and
You are
how
unique.
you came to possess these abilities.
Oh, that was quite a lot. I will think on what you've said, and for now I will not say anything. Unless you tell me it's okay.
We will go to the council and then we will find you some attire.
Thank you. Are you still holding him?
Well, no, I had put him down. When
Okay.
I went and consulted
Alright.
with him.
He's like casually walking
Yeah.
behind you.
Could you please? Are you able to walk or on all fours?
Oh yes, I can ambulate that way.
You could get one of those like baby chest carriers and stuff. Carry them like that.
That was.
He like this, and he looks like a normal buddy now.
Perfect.
All right. He follows you.
Alright.
Okay. The council has assembled. They inform you that they're at a bit of an impasse at present. Right now, Thadon and Lilith believe. Thadon and Lilith believe more messages should be sent to either Blue Cape or Midas or both, while the remainder of the council are all agreed that the town's resources must immediately be put to complete preparation to defend the town against an imminent invasion, including the resources of the party to be here for that. Whether or not the invasion happens, it is the opinion of, let's see, so that would be Bacchus, Danton, and Gaspar. Whether or not the attack ever comes, they feel, is really not that important, but they need to be immediately prepared for it if it does. And so, there's a split opinion, but Thadon, you can tell he's quite exasperated. He doesn't require sleep, so he's probably been at this all night and arguing with some of the less sleep-required ones. You have done well thus far that I believe we will be swayed by whatever you suggest.
So our two most options are sending messages to Blue.
Blue Cape, Midas,
Midas.
or both, or to just forget trying to get any help from towns. There's not enough time for that, and to immediately prepare for an attack or invasion.
We have little time.
What are your plans for preparing the town?
Well, the towers will need proper maintenance and see if they can be manned. We intend to have the guards begin rallying a militia of some kind. Hopefully, all of you will be able to offer your techniques and experience and recent combat in service of this idea. And, well, begin bringing in the harvest. Make sure we have our supplies consolidated and safe, and hope that we have enough.
And what about weapons?
That is the most challenging aspect. We do not have rich ore deposits nearby. We do not have much in the way of spare weapons. It's true you can buy a few such items from our one town blacksmith. Yet, I did do some research this night, and you see Thaydon looks at one of his books, and he opens it and says, "Now here's something. There's a shipwreck. At least there's record of a shipwreck." He scrolls down the line a bit. About due east of here, if you were to follow a straight path to the coast, there was a wealthy captain, Melkazar. Apparently, with him and his ship went a cache of wealth and magical weapons. Now, this tale clearly has been embellished, perhaps even concealing some other truth to it, but if any such weapons or wealth could be found here, you seem suited to find it. Otherwise, if you do not obtain help from Midas or Blue Cape, the sizes of such towns would allow you to return with a cache of weapons and materials, provided we do not fall under attack before then.
Let me ask you this. What happens if the attack happens tomorrow? Or tonight?
Thaydon just leans back in his chair, and Gaspar says, "A grim prospect, but one we would have to just face head on and hope we are strong enough. What else could we do? We could send the women and children south to Blue Cape.
And what will you do?
I would fight alongside you.
All of you?
I do not speak for the rest of the council." And they all kind of murmur amongst themselves for a bit. Danton said he'd provide magical assistance, a very vague promise. Lilith says she'd dust off her armor and join you. Bacchus said he would ready his bow. And Thaydon's still just kind of leaning back. He almost seems like his mind's just somewhere else right now. He's trying to juggle too many things in his mind all at once. And he says, well, yes, as the head of the council, I of course would be on the battlefield.
Insight.
Okay.
That is 20. Or do I get +2 at all times, or what? 22.
What's the +2 at all times? Is that from your religion?
My character. My class gives a +2.
Oh, your
insight
class. Okay.
Yeah, Ardents do.
Okay.
At all times, it's like an aura around me.
All right. As you probe Thaydon's insight, you see him almost kind of look at you, like, knowingly, like, you've never looked at me this way before, Artemis, like this piercing gaze. And you don't for a moment doubt his loyalty to the town. But you can kind of get the feeling in him that he never thought he'd see such days as the leader, and he's kind of coming to terms with his own courage about how exactly is the best. So he's just so racked with uncertainty. That's where you feel like the source of his kind of hesitancy is coming from. But you don't doubt that he loves Autumndale as much as anyone who lives here.
Well, I think you have to send messengers to the other towns. I think this is a far greater threat than we can handle ourselves. But I think we must remain and prepare. Otherwise, we risk coming back to a dead town. We could head north, but we could very easily miss them. And then we're even more useless.
Gaspar says, where else would they approach but from the north? Unless you think Blue Cape and Midas might be conspiring with this force.
No, I don't, but they could already be attacked.
There's hush whispers, as if this realization had not yet even occurred to the council, as it would be a very grim concept. Yes, I suppose Midas could lie on their warpath, depending on which path they take. Thaydon resumes. Ugh. We simply don't have enough time. But we will defer to you. We will, of course, send out the messengers if none of you intend to go, and coordinate and organize our good community as best we can.
I think that's the best option.
All right. So, is it the intention of the party for all of you guys just to hunker down and just spend the next as long as you have until an invasion comes, preparing the town itself? Do any of you want to go out to the various cities, you know, with maybe on horseback or something, if one can be spared? There was that mention of the shipwreck, which could be nothing more than a foolish trap, treasure, tale, whatever, or it could be something of note.
Could be
You-
the ship we saw departing.
You have all these weird magical items you could place your trust in. You know, you could just keep feeding the bunny. You could
Arda,
try and do
you-
some.
Might want to head north and see if you can find any tracks or.
That's
Yeah.
what I was
Find
thinking.
the-
Do you like
Going
visual
on
powers?
go on a scouting
Mm-hmm.
kind of mission.
Two towers type of mission.
Yes, exactly.
How close did you say the river end was to Autumndale?
So I'll draw a quick little sketch because I know the map. That's a huge continent map. It's
Yeah.
not a okay.
I mean, what is the chance that they know Midas is a much bigger city than
So Midas,
Gabar?
they can tell you this immediately. This is well known. Midas is about 3 times as large as Autumndale,
Right.
and Blue Cape's about 30 times as large as Autumndale.
Oh, really?
It is the second largest city on the continent after Stanton.
Wait,
So yeah.
Blue Cape is the
Yeah.
second largest.
Mhm.
So what's the chances that they would go to Midas instead of here first? Because there's more to raise, and us as
The fire guy we killed, he looked human, right?
Yeah, because when I was there, the only few towns like that I saw were like humans, like people, and they're speaking in common tongue.
Ziggy, true.
What's the question to me?
The fire guy we killed, he looked human.
He was a human.
I mean, he could already be here.
Who could already be here?
Some infiltrators.
In our village?
How long does it take for like the refugee ship to sail to us if they were sailing to us?
They might have been sailing to Blue Cape. We're not that close to the coast.
no.
Nope.
If you show her the maps, you can see that.
So we're talking about sending women and children to Blue Cape.
Like I said,
What's so good about Blue Cape? Why is that safer?
it's the second biggest.
It's a large port.
Easier
Yeah.
to defend.
Well, it's probably got defenses
Mm-hmm.
because it's massive.
So we could go
I'd be okay with that.
riding down to Blue Cape.
No.
Sending the
Sending
women and children.
with
Yeah,
some of the militiamen.
Alright, so here's the rough tactical situation. This is basically the town proper of Autumndale. There's the river, it originates here, runs like that. This is where you dealt with the kobolds earlier. Here's the 4 watchtowers. These 2 are like totally in disrepair. There's one bridge that spans the river, it's right by the town to allow for passage north. And there's like most of the farms are on this side of the river, but of course there's stuff further up to the north too. And so the watchtowers do a pretty good job. They were built with foresight, knowing like the town's gonna expand a bit. So that's kind of the tactical situation.
The
for
river passes right by the town.
Oh yeah, just it's kind of marks like the northern border of the town.
Where does it end?
Let me just take a look at that map. Oh, it goes way up. I mean, it terminates in the sea by Gabar, and it also goes this way for a bit. So it's quite expansive.
So it flows downriver towards Gabar.
Correct.
That's interesting.
I will pose of your questions of what, and time wise, because we have 15 minutes, but it actually, in some ways, he's a builder.
Okay.
He's a fortifier, Jake's character.
Yeah.
So fortifying the
2 of the
The
towers,
towers
are not
that
in
need
any
it, which we will need them.
I don't know. I question it.
question that we'll
Can't
need
really
them.
have any wood. Dealing with fire mages. And we don't have any stone.
Hmm. So why don't we all just leave?
Well, I thought of that,
Mm.
but that's not an easy sell.
We got 900
Just come to the
people.
walls of Blue Cape with your huge.
City.
After they might have already just received a boat of more
Of
refugees,
refugees.
you just have this.
seems
Yeah.
like there's no way to protect this town if that whole force were to come.
That's what I'm worried about. And that's why I told him to send messengers.
You see the
We
bunny
need an
just,
army.
like, looking up at you like while all this is going on.
Does he look like he has something
I
he
feel like this is
desperately
like-
wants?
I
to
No, not
say?
desperately.
Okay.
Like
Put it
it's
this
just
way,
like how the world is so filled with
Yeah.
troubles and
Hurricanes
hardships.
come.
What have I been brought
You
into?
have to
Yeah, I know.
evacuate.
Poor Hubert.
Yeah,
No
Okay,
matter how big
Hubert.
the city
I
is.
know,
Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the shipwreck at least could be give us some items that we direly need. That's the one thing.
Just
If you found it.
magic weapons.
What do they say is in the shipwreck?
Well,
Wealth and weapons.
Oh.
Like it
It's
was.
on the coast.
It was this ship carrying this really lucrative cargo,
We should
sunk
check that
under
out.
mysterious circumstances.
When?
If you about 2 decades ago, it's basic. Thadon said as he was looking through the report was basically if you just went like due that direction, it should be pretty much in a straight line somewhere along the coast from
Why
Autumn.
hasn't
And no
it
one
been
has ever
found
picked
yet?
it clean.
Well, there's been plenty of stories about it, but
Oh, yeah?
most people in Autumndale are content just to live there. I mean, adventuring is something only taken on by the
People
very.
at this table.
Yeah, no, not exclusively. There's a few adventurers to be found in each town, but you represent the Autumndale's adventurous type. So,
Yeah, we need, I guess, every advantage we can get.
right.
So
You-
send.
Thadon, you don't think he would have mentioned it if he thought it was just all puff.
Yeah.
Like you can tell. I mean, he's an Eladrin, so I mean he's been around for a while. So
Send the women and children to Blue Cape with 20 militiamen.
so none of the proper town guard,
Right.
just those who feel that they could
I assume there's
fend
a well-
off some wolves or bandits if need be.
I assume there's a well-traveled path.
Blue Cape is the most well-traveled road connected to Autumndale.
Yeah. So they should probably be fine.
And there's a reason that's why one of that direction was actually the more dilapidated watch. They haven't felt the need to maintain it as much. So
The town guard is going to be responsible for training the rest of the militia.
those who stay. Okay.
This is what I was thinking about us leaving, and that my guy would want to help in any way of that.
With what?
How to swing weapons.
Oh, you want to be on the front line of martial training for
Yes.
everybody. Okay.
Yes, Corden would want that.
Oh yes, yes.
If they don't want to lose this city
Or their lives.
or their lives. yeah,
Okay.
both.
I'd like to actually extend the river
Okay. So let me.
along the.
So
west side.
here's your map.
Yeah.
So you want to like bring it
Yeah.
down?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So into like a moat, not a moat,
Partial
but
moat.
a partial, like make
Are
it
you
more
gonna dig?
difficult.
Do you plan to like dig a trench for it to like go into? Because it's
Yeah.
going to
Can
require
you use the
labor.
rod?
I can't use the rod to dig through dirt. I don't think.
Well, but
Within a
does it
force.
redirect the water that it will make
But there's
its
no-
own path?
We're saying there's nowhere for it to go through. Like
Right.
it
Can
can't.
just be like, wait a minute. I don't know how
we
this
need to
works.
dig a trench.
If you blast the water from the force, it might blow a river into the dirt.
Find explosives.
Can you conjure
I mean-
dynamite?
No.
That's strictly forbidden. You have to be very careful with inventions in D&D campaigns. It's a very slippery slope.
I want to check out that shipwreck.
Yeah, we'll go check out the shipwreck, but I want everything sorted.
Yes. I say, I mean, I know the towers will be
Is anyone going to
negated.
go with Ardith Bay on the scouting trip north?
Yeah, I can go with.
Or I can just take you.
You guys will have a chat.
All right. At what point do you want to depart for your various? I mean, so right now it seems like you're gonna like get things in motion, but then go on your various forays.
We should plan a time to reconvene. Like, how far do they think the shipwreck is away? Like, to get to the coast anyway?
So it's that distance is about. If you were on horseback, you could probably get there in a day, and the town's horses are being made available to you.
Yeah.
Because this is obviously the number one priority the town's facing, and it doesn't serve to send anything but like pack animals south because the pace is just going to be the whole throng walking south.
So
So
the council approved the evacuation.
oh yeah,
Of the women.
I mean, there's no guarantee that everyone will agree to leave their home, just pack up and go, but they're going to make sure that, or try and communicate how dire they feel
They're
the
not
threat is.
leaving, they're digging.
That's what you'll tell them.
Yeah.
You get trench duty. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I imagine your plan is to do that before you guys go to the shipwreck.
I mean,
Well,
I'm
to
not
get-
digging no trench.
Right. I say, but you have to do the water. You have to move the water once the trench is.
Why do I have to move the water? It's flowing downriver. It should.
Oh, okay. I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. So you're not even. You don't have to use the control rod to do that.
No.
It's just a plan of redirecting it ourselves.
Split. Yeah, I mean, it's not redirecting it. It's just sort of splitting it.
Sure. Okay.
All right. So
So we can
I need to
head-
keep track of a timeline in case there is an army approaching.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This could
When should
you
we?
could never happen, or it could happen right as
should
I'm
we
done
plan to
writing this.
reconvene?
I mean, whenever we get back from the shipwreck. So,
So 2 days.
2 days?
So she's gonna go on her
She's
scouting
gonna
trip
probably
after.
take a lot longer.
No.
Well, no, you guys are going to
We
the.
might only have 2 days.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to the shipwreck. She's going on a scouting trip.
Yeah.
Is there any technology
you-
I don't know
or
what I'm doing.
method we come up with where she could somehow send us messages or like birds?
Like a carrier pigeon.
Yeah, are there any trained birds she could take with her?
Unless that's specifically in her class feature,
Not
like
really.
in the book it says you can have, which it won't. That is something she would have to spend. You have to spend like, I'd say like 3 months out of game, like
Yeah.
develop, like training them to do that.
Yeah.
So
So it's not like the town doesn't have carrier pigeons available or something.
no,
Right.
that's a little too memey for me. I like it being more difficult for you guys.
Well, Jake, in
Well,
this
it's
situation, what does your guy want to do? What's important?
What's important?
We don't know there are more fire mages coming. We just knew of one. So, and if we're the ones having to stay here, I imagine we only knew of the one fire mage.
I mean, do you want to be up in a wooden tower?
Well, no, I'll be on the ground.
There
But
have
you guys may want.
I wouldn't want to be up there.
What? I mean, in the end, the big horde starts, heading
Really,
our way. How much
is
is
the
that really?
tower just so you can spot them
Right,
coming?
and then what?
Well, and shoot from high ground.
How big are these towers, though? Are they like?
Would you like to know?
I would like to know. Yes. Are they like?
They are 30 feet tall.
Well, girth. So
Girth?
like, if you're at like the
Yeah.
top, and like how many people could you fit up there and expect to be able
With
to
the
shoot
entire
from
town.
up there?
You are a trained archer. You know about how much room an archer would need.
Yeah.
You could fit about 6 archers on top of there
Okay, so
comfortably.
they're a
You
decent
could probably
size.
cram between 8 and 10, but it would hurt their ability to fire if you had that many,
Mhm.
with the people like pulling the bowstrings back.
And from the direction that we believe they would come, we only have 2 towers. And those are the better ones, correct?
Those happen to be
Or not
no,
as
no.
dilapidated?
One of them's dilapidated.
Okay.
One of them has been well maintained.
Okay.
Because the west and south towers are dilapidated. The north and east ones are in better repair.
There's a bridge.
There is a bridge,
How wide?
enough for 2 men to walk abreast.
It's a narrow bridge.
Yeah. Basically, it's just wide enough for Volkswagen to get across.
I wonder if it's better if they think the town is abandoned when they arrive.
There's an
that
idea.
too.
Okay.
You just got men with steel waiting in the houses right
Yeah.
It's like in Return of the King when they cross the river in Osgiliath and they're all there. And
Yeah,
they're like,
exactly.
So we still have to train them how to use swords.
Right.
But-
and you'll need to get them swords.
So we'll have to get them swords.
We can have the advantage of an
Even if
ambush.
they're hiding, so you ambush a couple of them, but if they have the force that they brought to Gabar,
Force.
Well, I only estimated it. Well, I guess
You
said there's no
you
upper
made
limit.
a low end estimate. You knew
I
what it
mean-
wouldn't be less than, yeah.
Right, but it didn't seem like there was 500.
Alright.
No, probably not.
And how many men are in this town?
Yeah, well, there's 900 people. You said what? 150 were.
There were just under 1,000, and
300 are fighting
300
fit.
Yeah,
were fighting.
15 of them are guard.
So
Yeah.
I guess if they're all, if you have the ambush and it's not an insurmountable odds.
Possible. Many of them are going to die. But, if we get, yeah,
because there aren't that many towns on this map, and so if they all just start going away,
yeah, I know.
if there's no civilization left, that might be a bad spot to be
But
in
if
later.
we present to them that we're ready to fight right at the gates, and they have fire mages, they're going to be lobbing in all sorts of stuff.
Oh man,
Correct. I see
Or
where
if they think it's abandoned, maybe they won't.
lull them into a false
They might even
security.
just pass by.
They'll probably loot
yeah.
since they looted the other town, so we can't count on that.
And even
But-
that, well, I wouldn't have known that unless you told me. That guy wanted to just burn that building just for the fun of it. It seemed.
Or
He
just
just put
trying
his-
to turn it into a bomb to like
something.
AOE you guys
Yeah,
down.
something.
Yeah,
So these
I
guys maybe.
Yeah, the ambush is our best bet,
Okay.
but depending on what we find in the shipwreck, if anything.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And of course, I do have the water control rod.
And
Yeah,
the
which
glow.
you could bring down to bear on the town if.
Well, maybe my time will be
Yeah,
spent to
if
then
needed.
training the guards
Could you
how
overwhelm the
to
bridge?
help them
If
train
we get
then
a bunch
once
of them
if weapons
on the
do
bridge
come back.
as like a
So I'm
choke
prepping them who
point,
Yeah,
already
nice.
are.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I could
So,
probably do that.
If they're like level,
That's an
if they're like half level guards,
Right.
help them make it the rest of the way to become like full fledged
Right,
level 1
right.
guard. Okay, there's
So-
an idea.
Because they then at least I have 15 of them who can
So you're going.
impart that
It's
knowledge.
like trickle down economics where they're all better, and so they in turn can make all the militia a little bit better.
yeah, like suddenly the
Sure.
0 levels become quarter 0. You know,
Yeah,
quarter,
no, okay,
quarter something.
all right.
Yeah, something like
I'm
that.
gonna write down trickle down economics
All
for
right.
your character so that that summarizes what your plan
Trying
is.
montage.
Yeah, my training montage. Yeah. And we, like I said, I guess we'll have to leave on that.
All right, Godspeed, guys.
And then Monday again, likely.
Would you guys be okay doing it just a week from today again? Does that work?
I think so.
Because Athena can't make Monday.
Is
Oh,
Star
it-
Wars
oh.
We
Thursday?
have sushi drinks.
Sushi. Yeah.
Sushi's Thursday.
Tuesday.
Could Tuesday work for you guys? Would Tuesday work? We just. Oh no, we don't have basketball Tuesday.
No, we got arcade night.
But that
Arcade night.
is more easily, I think.
If you want.
Well, who is supposed to be at arcade night?
Scott.
Oh, well, yeah, it's just there's more of
Can you
us
just Skype me in?
than on Tuesday.
Or
On Monday?
Yeah.
Sure.
Where are you going to be?
I need to bake a cake on Monday.
Oh,
Basically,
It's a big day.
that's a big
We
day.
have our Christmas party at work, and there's a dessert contest.
Sure.
you
And
know,
I
Well,
want
just
to
take
win
your
this
just
year.
get
have-
dice.
have like a notepad
Yes.
where it's like you're starting HP
yeah.
and like a D20 and whatever your bow damage dice
Yeah.
is there, and I can just tell you, you know,
Yeah.
okay.
That's only if any army even comes.
Or
Yeah.
if she runs into something on her
Yeah.
scouting
Yeah.
Correct.
mission. So okay.
Okay. Then yeah, Monday's fine. I mean, like I said, we could have done Tuesday. If we mull over and Tuesday
Yeah.
still works, we can make it work too. So.
All right. We'll say the plan for now is we'll go forward with Monday with the Skype plan.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Because I acknowledge that is the assigned day that we've all given to
Yeah,
RPG
yeah.
night. So I wouldn't have even disrupted it this week, but you guys were aware of my situation,
for
so I wasn't gonna be able to make it through it. So
Well,
Right.
if you were one of us, we would have felt less sympathy just as
If you
players.
were one of us, there'd be less sympathy.
No, I'm saying you have a lot to think about
Yeah.
and be.
No, I hear
focused
you.
on.
Okay.
So,
All right. Good
Alright.
stuff.
sounds good, guys.
Yep.
You are now.
Have a good night.
I mean, he's partially right. I'm the DM
Yeah.
in this case.
You're
You
not
guys
one of
will-
us.
It's not quite the same. Yeah. All right. All right. So Mert begins his training. You are going to probably direct ditch construction.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell him what to do, but we are going to the shipwreck.
Right. You're going to the shipwreck. Do you tell them what the ditch is for? I mean, they probably can actually figure it out that you'll probably are. Okay, let me say that. Are you building it off of the river right away, or are you going to build towards the river?
Yeah, it's easier to build towards it.
Okay, I didn't want to just assume that. I wanted you to actually tell me that, so
Yeah,
that it's
yeah.
not just like, oh, just got big things of water just coming up at you. All right, so Mang, on this map,
Yeah.
where's the ideal? Do you want it like just wrapping like all the way
No,
around?
not all the way around.
All right, just like so
Maybe-
that the side is kind of.
Yeah, I guess I have to pick a starting point. God. I mean,
Let
how
me-
long is this going to take is the question.
Okay, give me an intelligence check. DC is 12.
How about a 24?
Okay. On this map here,
Yeah.
do you have an ideal spot you'd like it to get to?
In a perfect world,
Yeah.
it would be right before the south gate.
So like,
Yeah.
okay. If you had every man in the town remaining working on that, including yourself throwing in labor, you could probably do that in about 3 weeks.
No go.
Okay.
So,
Scrap the whole plan. Scrap the whole moat dream.
no, let's cut it in half.
So like maybe here.
Yeah.
Okay. So it'll just come right. Do you actually want the tower in front of it, or do you want to kind of protect the tower?
No,
and
the tower should be behind it.
okay, so like,
Yeah.
okay. And I think there's a presumption that Mert's warriors are going to have to, when they're not training, they're on trench duty.
It's going to be a rough couple weeks.
They're going to be, okay. You think you could get this done in about 1 week
Let it be so.
with the party not be even needing to get involved. Not all the time.
I mean, Mert's going to be in that trench.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah, no, I assumed
Yeah.
that in that calculation.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Good. Okay, and so once you get that in place, are you leaving that very same night for the shipwreck? Do you want to see how progress is coming? Is there anything else you want to order? The people are still preparing to leave. They haven't even left for Blue Cape yet. Just as a
What can we do to help them?
you
Here.
could conjure a bunch of food
I mean,
supplies.
if we're counting on some magic weapons
Yeah,
or
I mean,
magic
our
items,
best bet is to
we
go
gotta
there
get it
those as soon as we can.
right.
Yeah. And don't forget, a lot of you have items being worked on by the council for completion
We've
of your.
only been, it's been like
Yeah.
not even 2 full days
Yep, so-
since we got that.
Yep. So that might be of some help, provided the invasion force doesn't arrive before then, if it's coming at all.
Should we see what the rabbit advises? What is his counsel
I
on
don't know
this
if we
matter?
want to start in on that. He doesn't know anything about the world.
It's true, he was born yesterday.
Right.
Literally.
I don't know what his
But he's
tactical
learned
mind is
speech
like.
somehow.
We
But
got-
see, he was born yesterday, but he didn't seem to be like bound by natural laws. Obviously,
No.
Right, he knew about things.
he's tapped into some force. You know, he just knows things.
I guess we don't know.
He
the
might
extent
know
of
like
it.
strategy
Well,
intuitively.
We'll say you've left the council chamber,
Yeah.
and you have privacy. If you wish to feed him more, converse with, you can talk with Golk, see what he thinks. If you want Golk's advice, yeah.
Sit that rabbit's ass in a library.
Yeah,
Let him
but it doesn't
read
desire
some books.
knowledge; it desires wealth.
Well, we all desire wealth, but we do other things.
We could be all out there with metal detectors right now,
Yeah.
Thomas. Instead of playing
Hunting
D&D.
for gold.
To eat it.
So, he did say he wants to learn more.
Yeah.
What do I need money for? I'd like to feed it an additional 20 gold,
Okay.
just to see how much this advances things.
Oh.
Shitting out these brown coins.
He's learned all your names by now. So he says, "Oh, thank you, Merrick. I appreciate the snack."
Yes, oh, the snack. This is,
Well,
It's not even a meal.
no, I spoke hastily.
all right,
It was a fine meal.
all right. I hope this patches up the whole squash comment. I meant no offense.
I now understand that I am a bit of a strange case, so I try not to take too much offense by your words. I believe that your apology is sincere, sir.
Good.
So it seems we're all facing grave danger.
Yes. As an intelligent being,
Oh,
what would you
why,
do?
thank you. He thumps his like one of his back feet and like just starts thumping for a little bit and then stops.
What do you think about the invasion? What would be the best course of action for this town?
So, do we know what's coming? I don't believe I've ever seen these orcs you've described.
They're big, brutish creatures.
Built for war.
And
My
fire
first
wizards.
instinct would be to run. But I understand there are things here that you wish to protect, that you cannot do so if you leave.
Yes.
I think you've all been doing a fine job. Nothing occurs to me that you have not already done. At least right now.
Get your ass from the library.
Alright, we'll send him to the library.
Yeah. You need to read some books.
Can you read yet?
Oh yes.
He wrote.
See, he's not
Yes.
bound by natural
However,
law.
I know.
I will need help. The
With
pages are heavy.
He's called crazy.
The books themselves are quite
Yeah,
heavy.
Golk's
Or
not
find
doing
him
nothing.
like a librarian or something.
Well, probably they all left.
And we don't want them knowing about this rabbit hole.
Get Golk in that library. He's gonna hold your book.
Do we have a library?
You have a small library in Autumndale. It's remarkable for a town of this size, but that was on session 1. I
Oh.
specifically mentioned there's even a small little library there. I'll do it, but I mean that's work. Like holding the book.
We're all
Would you-
working, Golk.
Would you rather work in the trench?
Yeah.
He can dig, put a
You
shovel
get
in
in
his
the
hand.
trench and get in the library.
I will accompany this. I will accompany Hubert.
Good.
First, let us find him some clothes. So he is
Capital
comfortable.
idea.
I'll,
Yeah, if he's gonna be walking upright, you might as well wear something.
I'll take him to. Was there a gnome like tailor?
One of the town
or-
elders is a gnome.
Oh, I want to do that. Is there like a tailor in town or?
Roll a d20. This is a luck die situation.
12?
Okay. There is a tailor. That's what you have.
I'd like to go
Okay.
see the tailor.
It is a female dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually part of. She's not Golk and Lilith's sister, but she knows she's some distant relation.
Mm-hmm.
You may name her.
Hilda.
Okay. Hilda recognizes you. Oh, Ardith Bay, what can I get for you?
Well, I was wondering if you could.
Do you have Hubert with you?
Yes.
Okay.
When he's in bunny form.
He's in bunny mode.
So-
Yeah.
I was wondering
You'll
if.
have to. I'm holding you accountable for him there. Don't let him run about.
Yes. I'm hoping you can humor a fancy of mine given the, I know it's difficult times we're in, but I just think that my pet would look so charming with a little outfit, and was wondering if you had something that might befit his stature.
Hilda is endeared to you because you are a member of the community, and there is a sense of community in Autumndale. However, it is a strange request. I would ask that you roll a diplomacy, and you get an additional +2 because of the circumstances I've mentioned.
15.
Okay. She nods and says, I was just about to pack up and close up the store before leaving with the others down south, but I think I can abide by this request. He is a cute little bugger, isn't he?
He certainly is, and I'm more than happy to compensate for your trouble.
Oh, I would ask that you would. I'm afraid that we'll need to buy some food and drink once we make it down there. Our supplies aren't going to last forever, so the coin will be good for that. She has a surprising amount of materials available. How fine of an outfit would you like? I'll give you 4 tiers. You can get him just the most basic outfit. You can get him a standard outfit, so like what, someone would be happy to clothe their young child in or something like that. You get him an expensive outfit where the materials are a bit finer. There might be a little bit of color in it. Or you could buy him an extravagant outfit where it will be just strikingly sophisticated, and Hilda will hold nothing back in creating perhaps her finest work of clothing.
We'll go rank 2.
Rank 2?
Like the second best.
Oh, okay. An expensive outfit.
Yes.
Okay. She just kind of nods. Like, she can't help but get over it's a little eccentric, but she does whip together a very fine outfit for him. And you can tell he likes it as you put it on him. It's a natural fit. And she says, "Whoa, would you look at that? I might have to knock a little bit off the price. It just seems so perfect." Okay, that's 15 gold.
Alright. I'll give her 16.
Oh.
Give her a tip.
She's very appreciative. As is Hubert. When he leaves the shop, he says, "This was a very touching gift. I shall remember it forever."
It's my pleasure, Hubert.
Alright.
Let's get you to the library.
Oh, yes. Where is Mr. Golk? Over here. He's coming. He's got like a candle. He's like, he hasn't lit it yet, but he's got it ready. He says, "I hope you don't eat the books in there too." "How dare you, sir?" Alright. So Gold escorts Hubert to the library. And
I feel a little apprehensive leaving Hubert with Gulp, not gonna lie.
and a source of
Nice.
fire in a
Smarter
library.
than Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also a small rabbit.
Well, he's a normal size rabbit.
Well, small, comma, and rabbit.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
do you think Gold's gonna do? Run off with him or
Squash
something?
him like a bug.
Well, I don't know what he's gonna do. I just
Gotta have faith in
No,
Gold.
yeah. Here's the thing.
I
Gold.
want to tell them now. Don't working too hard. If you need breaks and rest, please.
I'll tell.
Tell
This,
us to Hubert, not Gold.
Well, Gold can Hubert.
Yeah.
Gulp can prepare the pages.
um,
Whatever that means.
Hubert asks if anyone's willing to give him a little snack for stimulation before going in.
At this rate, I'm gonna think
grow.
they eat me out
I
of
know.
a home.
Yeah.
I don't even have a home.
I mean, you can give him some copper or silver. Everyone keeps giving him gold.
Yeah. What's the
I mean, does he get
conversion?
hungry?
Is it 100 copper to a silver?
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
100
Is
silver
it-
to a
No,
gold?
in 4th edition, it's
Is he filled up on
um,
Like some existential
volume?
hunger or something that he.
so it's I think it's
Would he die if he didn't?
I don't know. I
It's
don't think
really
we can
wacky.
Experiment on that.
It's not all even conversions.
I
I mean, I
wondered, would he
just
be more
wanna make
filled
sure
by
I'm
100
tracking
copper
my-
Yeah.
or by 10 gold? You know, is he filled?
Ooh, that's
is
a
he
good
filled by
question.
volume or value?
That's a good
You
question.
haven't assessed that yet.
It's
We
obviously
should give him
not
a
enough.
pile of 100 copper, just 1 gold piece exchange for 100 copper. Give him a big old pile. Tell him how does he feel.
I mean, it sounds like eating $20 worth of McDonald's.
Yeah, it seems like a big challenge. Like that
Yeah.
he should be full all day.
I was
I
hoping
know
this
I
would be. I was hoping this would be in the index. I tried currency, money, and gold.
I think it's like 10 copper to a silver, 10 silver to a gold.
It might be the 10, 10,
I
10.
thought it was.
I think that is how it is in 4th edition. Okay.
I'll give 10 copper.
Okay. Thank you. That was lovely. He liked it.
Ooh,
Even like copper.
Yep.
even he.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
Why
goes
would we
off
ever
with-
feed him gold.
He goes off with Golk. And is night of the first day, or of the day where it started with you guys going to the council and running into Golk.
Then
Is
let's
there
head out.
is there moonlight?
Yes.
We roll out.
I was just wondering if it's even worth it for me to start heading north and tracking if it was like, no moon to like go
Mhm.
on. But
But even with no moon, you would be better off than some. You are an elf and have some
yeah, I
vision
have
in the
low
dark.
light.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will bid them good luck on your quest. I will head to the north and
Stay safe.
scout likewise.
Okay. The town has 4 horses.
Now, did they send messengers already?
No.
What the fuck?
So
They can
that's-
retroactively
Yeah.
send messengers.
I would hope so.
No, I had that like in reserve. If you're willing to grant 1 horse to Blue Cape and 1 horse to Midas, then they'll be down to 2 horses left.
Yes.
I think I can travel on
Okay.
foot.
Trying for the best, really.
Yeah, I mean it'll be stealthier.
Yeah.
Okay. So the messengers were sent.
Long shakes.
The trench and training began. And Baron Dookie and
He's just hanging with Mert.
no, he's coming with you.
Well, then he said he didn't know what he was doing.
Oh, okay. Nope.
So,
Then we'll
I think
we'll
it's-
assume it's a
it's-
solo mission for
I
Ardith.
think it's probably best.
Yeah.
if
I'll.
he helps Mert.
Okay, you're gonna go solo then, and so the 2 of you are going to the shipwreck, Merrick
That's
and
right.
Artemis. Okay. You leave the bunny and Golk behind.
Correct.
Okay. Very good. I'll start with Ardith Bay. You left at 9 p.m. On this map, I would like you to point to me if Ardith had the nature skills to go in like a perfect direction as represented on this map. Trace the route with your finger for me.
This is a river, or is this a road?
That is a river. There are no roads depicted on this map, but if you ask for the road to Blue Cape or Midas, I can show you approximately the ways that they go.
Well, no, I don't think I'd head
Yeah.
that way. I think I'd want to go like this way, honestly. Cause I already know what's in Gabar.
Yeah.
But I would hope that if I kind of thread the needle, that I could potentially, if they were heading this way, if something were to head this
Okay.
way, I could maybe. So
Good.
I would head kind
Yep.
of straight.
That's good information to have. I'm gonna make note of that. Then the other question
Mm-hmm.
is, how far is Ardith willing to travel, and how long is she willing to be gone before she turns back? I mean, obviously, I know if you find something, that'll change everything. But just assume.
I mean,
under
I hope to be back by the third day. Because
So-
they're estimating about a day to the coast, hopefully finding something, and a day
Yeah.
back.
Let's
so.
say this is the end of day 1. So that means on day 4 in the morning or sometime during the day you'd want to be back.
Yep.
Okay.
I may stop and sleep then. Once.
Yeah. You will. I think you need less. You need like 2 hours less rest than a human because of you're an elf. Or actually, elves might racial traits. Yeah. I know that Eldrins have like they just they go into like a trance meditation. Here we go. Okay, I actually think, according to 4E elves, I think your rest is similar to humans. You like a good night's sleep as much as the next person. Will it be safe to say you go on lean sleep?
Yeah.
When you're okay. All right, I've got your route, Ardith Bay. Let's take 2 days, or no, we'll do it this way: 1 nature roll, 1 perception roll on your journey. With all the normal bonuses apply, so whatever you get from gear, from your character, that sort of thing.
Well, I crit, so
Which one?
I was thinking nature.
Okay,
So,
I'll still take a perception roll.
and perception is 24.
All right. Did you roll a 4?
No, I rolled a 13.
13? Okay. I just wanted to make sure you weren't adding your passive perception score
No.
to it. Okay, nope, that's... Thank you. That's excellent. Okay, so you go forward with the crit nature. The 24%. I assume you two gentlemen take the 2 remaining horses and speed off for the coast.
Hell yeah.
Okay. You've been given pretty simple instructions by Théodon. Pretty much due east.
Mm-hmm.
You can't exactly follow that because there are terrain
Right.
and little bends and that sort of thing. So I will need one of you to take the lead with nature.
What's your nature at? Oh, I have that memory skill,
I have
man.
one nature.
Then you're fucked.
You are one with nature.
He wishes.
Oh, okay.
Memory. 10.
Okay.
Wow, all that. That's not bad. I mean, that's like
All right.
mediocre.
It's mediocre.
You guys toil through some rough like thickets and poor directions.
Right into thickets.
You eventually make it to the coast. It takes you a little bit longer than you wanted to, and you're both weary. So you make it to the coast. Both of you roll a d4.
Oh god. 1.
Okay.
It's a 3.
With that fewer amount of healing surges available. So it took more out of Merrick than Artemis. Artemis was just like, no, I did a good job. You're like you're sure of yourself. So yeah,
exactly.
So you guys left at night. You stopped once for rest, we'll say, and it's about sundown on. So yeah, it took you about maybe 20 hours with the rest to make it to the coast.
Okay.
We're here. Do we see
Are
it?
we?
Do we see the ship?
It might all be underwater.
Did it just crash onto the beach or something?
Yeah, we have no idea.
Okay, are you looking for anything in specific? I mean, you could just
A
say
beach
a shipwreck, but you could help me out
Did
here.
he say it hit the coast,
I
or
mean, how would we know without like?
yeah? What happened to the ship?
Yeah.
It went down under mysterious circumstances near the coast, is what he said.
God, that could be.
That could be.
How could we
Fuck,
see
man.
that? That could just be anywhere in the water,
Yeah.
anywhere down the coast.
Get in the water.
You have the water rod. Make this shit split.
Okay, I'll
Make this
I'll
shit
split all the water
Moses
in the
yeah.
ocean.
Do either of you have any abilities that could be of use?
Your water rod.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I mean, beyond that, what is there? Just our perception.
Get in the water.
What is that gonna do?
Isn't
You
it
can
late?
look underwater.
Isn't
Okay.
it night?
It is sunset, so there's a little bit of light.
Sunset
You-
or sun up?
You guys, it's sunset, so you guys are actually.
I can conjure you a sunrod.
Will that work underwater?
Underwater?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I can go look. If it happens to be in sight, then I guess.
It'll illuminate quite a bit. I ain't going underwater.
Are you willing to swim out into the depths?
Yeah.
I gave him a sunrod.
All right. Please tell, what of your equipment do you keep on you? If you swim with everything on your character sheet and inventory, you'll have to hand it to me, and I will determine what the penalty is.
I'm wondering how much of it covers his leather armor.
Oh, wait a minute. I can just send my creation.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah.
I was like fishing for that when I don't have any abilities.
Why didn't
but-
I think of that? Yeah, I'll send my shaped consciousness
All right.
with a sunrod.
Okay. I'll just say it takes him 10 minutes and he finds the shipwreck.
Oh wow. That was
That easy.
Yeah. It was more of like a good idea will find the ship more than like any good skill roll.
How
so.
far from the coast is it?
Alright. So you guys had ended up going either further to the north than due east, or it just doesn't happen to be due east. It's actually further to the south because you need to take about a 5-minute walk further south, and then it's only about 200 feet from the coastline, the shoreline itself. So
Okay.
you will still need to do a little bit of swimming to get out there.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Alright.
Moses.
I will give. I will have the consciousness hold the water control rod. Send it out to the shipwreck.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to use water to push the shipwreck closer to the coast.
Okay. So consciousness has rod. Consciousness goes to ship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Consciousness targets water at the ship to push ship.
Yeah, like a wall of water moving, pressing against the ship, pushing it towards the coast.
Okay. I'm seeing it.
Good.
Let me ask before you attempt this.
Yeah.
If Artemis found this strenuous, but saw that he was getting results, would he be willing to push himself? Okay.
For the good of Autumndale.
All right. And
So
because
I
it
don't
would
have
be
to get in the water.
and it would be like a very Empire Strikes Back like kind of moment.
Yeah.
Just moving this, that'd be pretty
Yeah.
cool. All right,
Magneto moving the giant.
Meg.
Think you're
Meg
think
fucking
you're
Nito.
All right.
mixing your movies. I don't think Magneto was in Empire Strikes.
No, but in First Class when he was like moving that thing
Yeah,
and he was
yeah.
crying.
He was crying. He was crying. All right, yeah. All right. It is quite a task,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel as you're doing this, attempting this,
Mm-hmm.
that really the arcane rod is just becoming more of an extension of your own arcane mind. That it's really just kind of like the means, but you're really the source. Like you feel that more and more as you use it.
Good.
And I will require an arcana roll from you.
Here we go. Critical fate.
Oh my god. Your
My
mind is
ship
gone.
is gone. My mind's gone. My rod's gone.
At least one of those is actually going to happen.
Oh,
All right,
my
Hopefully it's
mind.
not the ship.
You just see Artemis keel over,
Yeah.
blood
Fall
pulling
into the
out,
water.
dump, major dump shock, man. All right, let's get a D10.
What were you trying to do?
Move the ship
Yeah.
closer.
Oh yeah, the Magneto pole.
Yeah. 4.
All right, you take 4 damage.
That's not too
Yeah.
bad.
The
Lose 4 hit.
so the rod is it's fairly simple. It's like just like well polished wood, like it, and then towards the end of it, there's basically kind of it's not quite an orb, but it's like kind of this blue, basically end cap that
Okay.
is
Like a ballpoint pen.
yeah, a little bit more spherical than that, but not just full-fledged orb. That just bursts as you're trying to do this.
Your rod burst.
And there's like this big, you see like a wave go like straight up into the air, like 30 feet up, like it's like this big pillar, and then it just comes crashing down, and your ears are just ringing. It's like something did not go well there.
I mean, in character.
Yeah.
If this failed, it was really going to be useless in defending the town.
Right.
Because it
guess
couldn't
so.
even handle this.
Yeah. Yeah, you couldn't have rained down water on the
I had a stipulation pretty much the moment a 1 is rolled without like
It
some sort.
happens,
Yep.
man.
Yep. So the rod might be rendered useless, but it was worth a shot.
But really, the rod is in me.
Yeah, it was just a channel for your
You
soul.
are-
I can
One way.
I can do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So
But
nothing really happened to the ship.
Unfortunately, no. Like it in the miss, in like the failed transmission of power. Like you sent some water up very impressively, but in the wrong direction with that attempt.
All right, then just send the consciousness into the ship.
Okay.
See what's in
Can it interact with physical objects?
I have telekinetic grasp.
Okay, so it could like grab something. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You send your consciousness out. Come back to you guys. Ardith Bay.
Yeah. Stupid.
That was like our defense plan.
Yep. New plan. Yep.
Maybe there's no army coming.
Yeah.
And this is all for naught.
With any luck.
Okay. Yep. It has been about 16 hours since you left.
Mm-hmm.
You stopped briefly, probably around like 1 a.m. to rest, and then got up with the sunrise. So you had a short rest. But when you're not fighting stuff and just moving through the countryside, you have kind of a almost not an infinite supply of energy, but you definitely just breathe in that fresh air and you're good to go. Very two towers.
And 1
Yep.
with nature.
Good.
Very
Good.
Your crit nature roll activates. And you feel in the ground footfalls that the earth is just protesting against each time there's like a thud, and you feel
man.
an inclination to hide.
I'm like Aragorn, where he's like,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
their pace is quickened.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
yeah,
want
again,
to
the ground itself just does not like being subjected to
No.
the approaching footfalls.
I
Is
can
crying out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I can hear the tears.
There is a tree nearby.
Can I climb this tree?
Yes, you can automatically do it.
I will look as far as I can in all directions to see if I can see
From
any,
the tree?
Yes.
Okay.
If I can see any group, any army.
You do not see an army. You see what looks to be perhaps an advance or scouting party, maybe sent ahead of an army, or just a small band. You see there are 6 orcs coming your way
From what direction?
from the north.
6
You
orcs.
kill 6 orcs.
No. 6 orcs coming from the north.
Yes.
Have they spotted me?
No.
Excellent. How far away are they?
They are 400 yards away. They're quite some distance. But you have keen eyes and you have the high ground.
So I don't see anything beyond them
At present, no.
at present. No. Do I hear anything?
There are loud thudding footsteps and coarse chatter between them, slowly growing louder as they are heading like. It looks like at this trajectory they'll just go right past you eventually.
Would I be able to discern if they're heading more the Midas route or the Autumndale route?
You just need. All you need is to wait a bit longer, and you would be able to do that.
When I look beyond them,
Mm-hmm.
do I see like any evidence of like smoke or fires?
No.
Does this tree offer like protection, like an ability to hide?
You are totally concealed
Okay.
right now. You found the perfect spot of this tree.
What a kick-ass tree.
Yeah, well, that's the crit nature roll on a nature focused class, so I'm generous in these situations.
Oh, are they marching or running or jogging?
I describe most accurately described as a jog.
So they have a quickness in their step.
Mm-hmm.
If I look towards the direction, like, okay. So I've been moving for like 16 hours, so I wouldn't be able to see like a town on the horizon. It'd be too far.
You know there's none on the map that you would expect to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I think that the cries from the earth are a result of this scouting party, or it seems like it would be too great to be just for these 6 orcs?
Well, I can't answer that
Okay.
question.
I think
Yeah.
I just have to wait then.
Okay.
And just bunker down and see what direction they're heading.
Okay. They seem to be heading more towards Autumndale, and it appears they're going to take a breather under the shade of the tree that you're hiding in.
That's gonna suck.
You notice they're speaking in common.
What do they say?
That's where I'm going to leave off your adventure for now.
And I can't advise you on anything, so.
I'm looking at you because I'm gonna receive the message.
Can't.
Yeah.
Can't.
Okay.
The orcs started speaking common.
They were.
Yeah.
So
Been trained.
when we come back, she'll get to find out what they're saying, and she has all week to think of, or all till Monday to think about what she wants to do with that
Oh my
that situation.
God.
It's kind of weird. It's like
Well, orcs speak Common and Giant, but they usually, in my world, I say they actually drift towards speaking in Common. I mean, it's actually not that uncommon for orcs to speak in Common. Like they speak intelligible language in like Tolkien's universe, for example. So
Well, yeah, because like Black speech, it's so varied
yes.
among like all the different orc groups.
Mhm.
Common's just easier.
Right, because if there's something different orc tribes and like Uruks and goblins need to speak, they're always going to pick goblin, or commons.
'Cause I think it was like originally created to unify all of like his forces, but it didn't do that.
No. Okay. You send your consciousness into the ship.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you imagine like your typical like Pirates of the Caribbean era sailing ship,
Yep.
is there an area you want to focus your little orb to look around in?
The hold.
That's exactly the answer.
What did you just say?
The hold.
The poop deck.
No. Not focusing on the poop deck.
You
Is that just
see,
the top?
Yeah.
indeed, there are crates
Ooh.
of some kind of weapons. You can see like the steel like inside of them, just starting to rust.
Rusted.
But I mean, certainly nothing too problematic.
After 2 decades.
Yep.
Hmm.
You feel also an uneasy presence around your consciousness.
Hmm.
So, you know, perhaps a haunted spirit, a curse. It's difficult to exactly put your finger on it, but even in your projected consciousness, you feel a sense of unease.
And it's just the crates. I don't see anything.
No, you sense that in the hold of the ship
So
itself.
telekinetically bring a crate out or something.
That's too heavy.
Yeah.
20 pounds, you said.
20 pounds.
But there's
Get it open.
there's certainly
Maybe.
There's certainly, I mean, unless this is all some illusion, there's definitely considerable truth to the story.
Are the crates like sealed in any way?
You had the benefit of seeing one that had partially busted open,
Okay.
but you see like 4 other crates of exact size and shape nearby. So it is your hope that those would also contain similar.
They're sealed.
Yes,
What was contained in the one that was open?
like
Weapons?
yeah, like steel weapons.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the captain's quarters?
Can your consciousness pass through walls?
It does not say. It says you and my allies can move through it,
Through the consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but no, it doesn't specify.
Okay. I'm gonna say you're finding it difficult to get in there, which actually suggests to you that it might somehow be watertight inside of there, either by magic or by just superior craftsmanship.
So it's locked?
Oh yeah, you can open doors with your.
Yeah, you already asked.
Okay. What's your weight limit?
20.
Okay. Like yeah, the pressure of the water on it is too difficult to open the door right now.
Huh.
With a little bit of strength. More strength. Maybe there's something like pushing, like weighted that fell against the door, like on the other side or something. But
Are there any like portholes looking into the?
there's one like grime-covered window at the back.
I don't know, man. It's about all I can do, really.
I mean, you have to go in there.
Yeah,
Deep dive.
I know.
It's hard to fight underwater, I think.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
What do you mean by that?
I have psionic abilities.
Oh.
What, you're worried about the ghosts?
Yeah. Like unease.
Maybe I could commune with it.
Be like move the ship closer to the shore.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can we approach this?
Yeah, if I could have brought it out of the water, it would have been so good.
Yep. The one made things a lot more complicated. Yeah.
Anything but that.
Sucks.
That's the story of D&D is anything but that one. You know, it's always like that. It creates
Ones are
almost more
terrible.
problem than the session itself.
Well,
You can think on it.
I mean, we have to go in. There's.
What could go that wrong?
We're adventurers.
Yeah.
I've lived 1,000 lifetimes.
Okay.
I mean, you can still fight underwater. Is this true?
I mean, if it's a ghost, you can't fight shit.
Is it immune to elements?
You mean like a sword? Or you mean like your
have a-
lightning? I
have
don't know.
I have a magic sword.
I don't know how it works. It might not even be
Might not even be a
evil.
ghost.
Who knows what it is? It could be a big shark lurking.
Well, Thomas, if you mean if you're fighting an insubstantial target, they take half damage from most sources of damage. They have very few like just straight up immunities in here because that can be really problematic. But
Okay.
so your sword can still kill ghosts if you're worried about that.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's what's worried about.
All right. Yep. I'm going to leave that off for you guys too, in case Artemis finds some new plan in the interim days. So, all right. No combat that session, but there was combat in the first two sessions. So hopefully you guys don't feel too combat starved because there's probably quite a bit on the horizon. So, and you've got the bunny to think about,
Yeah.
and Gulk, and the whole grand scenario. So hopefully there's
I
enough.
worry about Hubert.
Yes, that's good. If you feel any emotion towards an NPC, that's usually a good thing. That means you're getting involved in the world. So.
I wonder how much force it takes to move a ship onto land.
What do you have in mind for generating it?
What if
Is this also
I use-
avoided one lonely ghost?
Yeah. I use a climber's kit. We attach it to the ship. We wrap the rope around like a tree. And then we tie the rope to you. I use living missile on you.
Oh my
And
god!
rocket you in, towards it. So
Wouldn't I
pull
just
the,
split in half?
I mean,
Wouldn't
The
I-
town is at stake.
What did I give before the ship does?
it's buoyed by water. You're made of hardy.
Even
I
so.
like where this is going. I encourage this. Yeah. It's like where do you go if you never take any risks in life, huh? With the
Okay,
yeah.
imagine being bound to like the Titanic.
This is not the Titanic!
And living missiled off the poop deck.
Oh.
Wouldn't you just explode?
No, you're distorting the situation.
Like you wouldn't pull the ship along.
I presented a reasonable situation.
How big is said ship?
Yeah, how big is said ship?
Sounds like a Pirates of the Caribbean ship.
Yeah,
Still
just
pretty
like maybe a little bit smaller than the Black Pearl.
Yeah, it's
big.
smaller
It's
than the
not-
Black
it's not
Pearl.
a fishing boat.
It's not a fish. It's quite
But
a
it's
bit larger.
underwater. It's flooded.
It's yeah.
It's flooded.
You're going around.
Could take my chance for that lonely ghost.
I mean, those swords will probably be pretty light in the water. If you've got like big bundles and you're just kicking.
Maybe we could tie
Just
the crates to your rope.
And then just pull them out.
Yeah.
I mean, there might not be a clear path, but we could make a clear path. If we just like
Maybe that's the way we go. Rather than go into the ship,
just
we
break open
the
the
ship
side,
down. Just break
yeah,
open
pull
the
it
whole
out.
side.
Right.
See, look at the benefit of your plans already, and you'll probably change the plan a few more times,
Right.
but that's okay. You got a little time to think.
Yeah,
about
I
it,
think
so.
like we take out like
And we
just
tie
make
up
it an
the
open
crates.
sea scenario.
Tie you up to the rope, living missile you.
What am I needed for the missile for
I
you?
don't know, but
Oh,
It needs to involve it at some
it's
point.
attractive to me for some reason.
Well, and if not on the ship, then during the great battle,
you'll have all the swords tied to you, so that every direction of your body is a sword point.
That's pretty.
And then he
sweet.
living missiles you into the army.
That's pretty awesome.
Wait, how is everything a sword point?
We
All the
tie
weapons.
swords to you.
Oh.
You're like a cannonball covered in swords. That's pretty awesome.
Like, you might die, but it'll be really
I already
glorious.
just have an ability that is an AoE.
But it doesn't even have to be you. We could just get like a bear, and we cover it in swords, and I living missile it into the crowd.
Is there any limit to what you can missile?
Has to be a living target.
Oh.
Hence the living in the living missile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think that would be
Do we
pretty
really
cool.
just want? Can you just make a catapult?
Well, catapults aren't really defensive objects. Those are siege weapons.
Yeah, we can get some stuff to missile, I guess.
I think that would be pretty effective. A big bear covered in swords just careening through an
I
army.
guess just finding a bear, capturing it, tying swords to it.
Yeah, I mean, we just
Hurting
keep it
the
sedated.
bear.
Yes, the bear would probably die.
How do we sedate it?
It's a good thing I'm not there, because I would not condone.
Well, there are chemicals,
The
there are
killing of
plants
this-
that sedate,
That we have
Sweet
access
bear.
to now? Maybe. Someone in the town, one of those gnomes or something.
or they just tell me about it. I can conjure it.
Oh, yeah.
That's how we'll deal with that army real fast.
Sedate them.
You guys liking the sword cannonball thing?
On a bear.
Oh, a bear's involved now too.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I look forward to seeing that play out. We'll have to wait a little bit before that happens. All right, good stuff.
Yep.
It's kind of interesting it's not a Thursday. I feel like, the whole week is ahead of me. Oh, wait, just one day.
Just one day.
Thank goodness, 'cause my week's been garbage.